Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nat 13's Wands and Wizards.
Wands and Wizards!
Woo! Woo!
Dungeons and Dragons!
This is a Dungeons and Dragons themed 5th edition based off of the best-selling novel Harry Potter. Written by J.K. Rowling. Of course, please support our official releases. We do not own this product. This is a really fun thing we're putting together as friends. My name is August Schmidt. I will be your headmaster, as Wands and Wizards like to call it, for this game session. With me, as always, is our wonderful players, with old and new joining into a really fun session. Of course, no last names, but going down from left to right, we have Mason, Nick, Hannah, Lonnie, Megan, Braxton, Izzy, and Eleanor. Please, of course, if you're watching this, like and subscribe. Show us some love. We really do love putting this on. This is what we do. I would love to invite you all into a world we all know and love. Coming through dark, cloudy sky, we see clouds, winds, birds, all past darkening as we come across the country of London.
You mean the city of London? I'm like, whoa,
excuse me.
That one's geography.
The country of England. I misspoke. Specifically, we come down to London. As we're coming through, we see buildings pass, brick wall and stone, automobiles and trains moving, everyone going about their daily lives. And yet what they don't notice in this afternoon into the evening is a small, dappled gray and brown owl that seems to have something clutched in its beak. We're gonna see who we go to first.
Clearly in London.
First, as we go through, we follow this owl down more, not into the countryside, now more directly into the city. We see this owl zooming through into a lovely, more richer area, not Kensington, right? But like, we're still seeing now nicer houses, and what we see as we come upon the cream crown molding and freshly painted buildings of some very new houses is what seems to be a place that looks very new. There's no car on the outside. And as we enter in, what we see is there are boxes and bags and carpet bags that are hopping along and spitting out items into corridors. We see, as all these happen, a older gentleman, black hair, still very striking, wearing cool leather coat, boots and pants, has just apparated out of thin air into this building. As he looks around, you see he checks his watch and he calls out, "Cody? Buddy, are you home?" Braxton, would you like to introduce your character to everyone?
Okay, I was not expecting that to be me.
Yeah.
Okay, so he comes like rushing down the stairs, just jeans, just like fairly typical Braxton look, I guess.
Braxton, it's you.
Okay, so cowboy boots, blue jeans, coming down, just t-shirt, hat on, as comes down the stairs and goes, "Hey Dad, what's up?"
Hey, you doing good unpacking? Sorry, I know Mom and I have been working late over at the ministry. It's a change, but how are you doing? Sorry, I want to come home.
Oh yeah, I'm doing great at packing.
You good? You seem a little tongue-tied.
Yeah, doing fine.
Oh, gotcha. Nah, you're cool, kid. Have you seen your brother?
He said something about some escaped thing in Wales. And
all right. Well, I need Connor. I'm glad he's got a gung ho for finding and helping with magical creatures, but he does have to come into an office to earn a paycheck.
Yeah. He doesn't like the office at all.
I know, but it's nice. We're really, really lucky and blessed to let this English ministry bring your brother along. Normally, I feel like that's a little nepotistic, but you gotta make the best. As you're talking, you hear, and you look over to this nice new window and see an owl tapping on the window with a letter in its beak.
Okay, question.
Yes.
Does my character know this is happening?
Yes, this is hear this as
that's
what?
right, I was packing.
You're good, yeah.
Crap, it's here.
Oh, shoot. Is that your...
I think so.
Oh, nice.
None of my friends back home have owls that can cross the ocean.
That's all right. Shoot. Your dad fiddles with the latch. It's new house.
It's British.
Yeah,
everything in this country is backwards.
Your dad kind of just that you're not sure if he's agreeing or not. Opens the window and screams, and this owl hops in and hands a letter to you.
Take it. Scratch the owl a little bit. Give him a treat.
You take the letter. You can see that is addressed to Mr. Cody Williams of. I'm not gonna make up a whole
an actual address.
We can name that later.
You call this world building?
Do you want? Okay, we're gonna go. Here we go. You are living at number 37, Birchwood Place. To Mr. Cody Williams of number 37 Birchwood Place, second bedroom on the right, upper landing.
Fair enough.
As you read this, you can obviously open it. It says, to Mr. Cody Williams. Dear Mr. Williams, we are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Students shall be required to report to the Chamber of Reception upon arrival, the dates of which shall be duly advised. Please ensure the utmost attention be list of the requirements attached herewith. We are looking forward to having you as part of this new generation of Hogwarts heritage. Yours sincerely, Professor Horace Slughorn, Deputy Headmaster of Hogwarts.
So, he'll grab the letter, and he'll open it, he'll read it, and be like, yes! And then something flies out of his mouth, and he goes, dang it! Again!
You see your dad picks it. Oh, you're doing... Oh! Yeah. Listen,
I'll just try again.
Yeah, gum paste is what you need. You get the gum... dental gum paste... You buy it from the store, stick it really well, and don't tell your mom. I don't think she's really cool with this. Okay? You're good. Legally, I don't know if I should be cool with it, but you're good.
It's conversation.
God damn. Your dad just kind of because your dad's not dumb. He is worked the fields. He knows things. But to what it could be for everyone else, we don't know yet. As we see an excited Cody hurriedly putting something back in the mouth, taking your letter, looking back, we are going to zoom away. As we zoom, what we see is we come out of the house, and as the camera seems to pan up, we are then almost panning back down 5 doors up. As we see, again, what we are noticing is this house is just like the other, fresh paint, new move-in look. Unlike the last house, this has a lovely little new station wagon, everything. You can tell boxes are being unpacked as we see a young-ish woman is what we'll say. She's not terribly old, but definitely mom age. What we're seeing is she is picking up some boxes, and as she does, we see that she's bringing them to a much younger girl, almost spitting image, we can conclude, of her mother. And Lonnie, go ahead and introduce your character to us.
Okay, then I was not expecting that either. Okay, I go by Leah, and I kind of have reddish hair, pretty short, glasses, and I don't look very happy. I'm very, very grumpy at the moment, honestly.
Very grumpy.
Very grumpy. I'm not impressed with Britain.
You're not impressed with it. You see,
okay.
your mom just... All right, Leah, you're going to take this upstairs. It's the third door. Your left. Bathroom. Got it?
Of course, Mom.
Is that attitude?
No.
Whatever.
Okay,
I'm smiling.
Yeah, hon, I invented the smiling attitude back when I was your age.
Learn from the best.
Okay, we'll stop. But listen,
No wonder it's been
we
around
need
so long.
good attitude. This is great. We're in a lovely house.
It's gray outside.
Yeah, it's nice. It is, again, very overcast. Like, you can't even tell where the sun is. It's not like... And yet, it's fun, and it's new. We're going to be great.
Yes.
Impressive.
Now, your dad is still at work, and we're helping out, so we need to... Team players, okay?
Yeah.
Team Thompson, we got this.
Absolutely.
Box now. You go. It's not hard. It's just that like monotony of moving in. You see, as you come back down, after a while, your mom is getting a little like visibly frustrated too. More of just the amount of stuff, because as we come from the car, each box coming out of the car seems a little more ridiculous than the last in some ways. A little bit longer, a little bit too wide. You see, at one point, your mom actually like sets down the box. And you see she's reaching into her back pocket to pull out something. When this happens, you look down the street, though, and see someone coming out of their house. Leah.
Is it a man or a woman?
It's a man.
Oh, hi, sir!
No! Hi! Your mom immediately... Hi! You see, a couple doors down, this guy walks out, black hair, everything... you see he was probably coming up to this mailbox that's in front. You see, oh, hello, neighbors, how's it going? I'm sorry. What are your... I'm Caleb. What are your names?
My name's Leah.
Your mom... Hi, Katie Thompson. You see that? Hi, Caleb Williams. I guess we're your new neighbors.
You're getting the accent all wrong.
Hi.
Yeah,
A little more cowboy.
Little more cowboy. You want me to go full Montana?
Yes!
Wyoming.
We're my mission president, full Wyoming Montana. All right, I'm Caleb Williams. I'll go hard.
Yes!
Hi, Caleb
I
Williams.
didn't think it was me.
Well, now, pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry, you don't sound like you're from London. Are you?
Oh, heck no.
Your mom just... We are newly moved to America.
From America.
Starting a new job here. You see, is from America. You see, your mom is like that very pained, like, stop. This is a nice person. Whereas
so nice
this
to
Mr.
be
Williams
here.
is like, well, shoot, we moved too. We just got some jobs over here. Well, we should have you around for dinner sometime.
Sure.
Your mom just, yeah, of course. They start making polite conversation, and you don't notice too much. But as the door closes, like you look and see this door that was slow closing, you could have sworn you saw someone inside the building Mr. Williams came out of, sticking things in his mouth. Like fingers moving into his mouth. But the door has closed and it was a fleeting image and you're just not sure what you saw.
It's written. It's okay.
It's written. Great. As you finish up, your mom, they make polite conversation. They exchange phone numbers, just in that like, oh, neighbors, nice to meet you. Your mom takes pressure. Well, we better get going. Still a lot to unpack. And she, what to unpack? And over the course of the next 10 minutes or so, all the boxes where it used to be room by room are now just piled in the entryway as fast as possible. And you close the door. Big sight. Your mom sinks down into this leather chair that's in the sitting room. Just, okay, how are you doing? You, do you want to unpack? You want to go walk around? How you feeling, gal?
That's probably
You this like,
honestly just like, I'm supposed to not show attitude.
I know. Your mom, you actually see your mom gives a big sigh. She comes up and pulls you into a big hug.
Oh, dang it.
You see, she goes,
I was like, crap, I'm a terrible person.
Leonidas Thompson, I love you so much, and I'm so sorry. I know you had friends, and we had a good stuff, but this is gonna be great. We've got some great jobs. There's some, and you know, honestly, I think you're gonna have a wonderful time here. As you look over, obviously just like looking into the window, a very large tawny owl is sitting with a letter in its beak.
I go ahead and open the window and I'm like, well, here it is.
You see your mom. Your mom gives a go, oh my gosh, they're so fast. Oh my gosh. Number 43, Birchwood Place. To Miss Leonidas Thompson. Number 43, Birchwood Place. Indeterminate bedroom to be chosen.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, that's awesome.
As you read this through, again, very similar letter, signed by a Mr. Horace Slughorn, Deputy Headmaster. Your mom is sitting there just like, well, wow, should we go shopping? Let's go get your stuff. Hey, listen, I don't want to unpack. We did the move, and your dad can move boxes inside.
Yes.
So let's go shop. Let's go this will be great. Hey, I mean, a wizard school? I never went to one. I mean, my dad kind of homeschooled it. Hey, attitude, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
This is gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
And with that, we move away from
I'm not
this
sure whether
street.
I'm more annoyed by you or your mother at this point.
But your full name is Leonidas?
Yes.
I met a girl at my job whose name is Leonidas. I'm just like,
We
That's
move
my
away
idea,
from these,
yeah.
and actually, we move more into the nicer part of London. We are getting much closer up into the higher ups. We see now the cars are becoming BMWs. The people are not walking, they're being driven. We see a wonderful, sprawling house. Yard with already cut little topiaries, a beautiful light lilac painted house with black trim. And what's interesting is, just like the last two, this house also has a sold sign from a for sale.
wow.
As we move inside, we immediately see this is a very picturesque morning. Or afternoon, excuse me. We see multiple people are sitting in a sitting room. There is a much older gentleman, not graying hair yet, but starting to get that fox hair around the edge. Very proper woman, stark blonde hair pulled up into a pin, who is also holding a small baby girl. And sitting across from them, we see Hannah. Would you please introduce your character?
So my name is Brigitte. She's French. They moved from France. In case we can in any kind of accents, I'm not even gonna try.
You're good. I'll do all the weird accents. Don't worry about it.
So she's, I would say, probably spitting image of her mom. Blonde hair, blue
Mhm.
eyes.
Yes.
What you would expect from France. And she's pretty gloomy as well. But she's trying really hard to hide it because the last thing she wants is to change in any way. So she's trying to maintain her composure, be very proper, sit like a lady. She's trying
Yes,
really
I
hard
love
to
it.
like listen to the conversation, even though she's
Love it.
11.
You're
She's
yeah.
I would say she's very like well fashionable. Like she's got the right kind of clothing. Like she looks older than 11.
This is like, pinnacle of 2021 fashion. Again, like designer clothes, really. What you're noticing, your parents have just been talking. You see your mother's been telling you a bit about her day. As your mom has just gotten a job in the department, or like as she's talking, the Department of Magical Cooperation. This is a very high, because this is a, hey, I am from France, let's work together. She's telling your dad, and what is interesting is your parents are speaking in English. This is a, as your fathers put it, Brigitte, we must learn how to speak in the English way if we are to pass around here.
I love this.
You see your mom, and as your mom, and of course they have put me in the corner office, but I do not need the corner office. I told them I can work in whatever office you give me, and I will do twice the work like that. And your father just, wonderful, mon cher, I love you. She's having a fun time. Your baby sister, your 6-year-old sister, she just kind of bashes around, having a blast, just like, woo!
6-year-old? She's 6?
Or 6 months.
Okay,
Excuse me.
well, I thought it was a
Excuse
baby.
me. Please pardon any of my faux pas. I will try to speak as correctly as
I don't know
possible.
everything about this world yet.
I don't know everything.
Gosh,
We-
you're double checking.
Let's learn together.
This game already
Let's
exists.
not
You
be
should know
ungrateful
it.
of the forever DM. Thank you.
The forever DM. No,
Right.
it's good. I love being a DM.
Thank you.
Or HM as headmaster in this game. Brigitte, you actually see your mother turn to you. Brigitte, please sit up. Try your tea. This is a very English thing, as my coworkers have told me, is at tea time. Weird. It's now like cold, right? Because but a cold Earl Grey, it's just not
Matches the
pleasant.
sky outside.
Yeah, matching like to the exact color of the weather.
And I'm just gonna make it. She's just
It's
gonna
wet.
be face.
You see,
Like-
if I, Brigitte, you must be respectable of their customs.
Maman, could I use the macaronde in Italiano?
Brigitte just knows all the languages. You're good. They call
Touching the heats the food.
microwave. Microwave.
This is amazing.
You, as you put it in, your baby sister starts giggling as this cup starts This is what you're noticing. This is actually a very modern,
This is a
technologically.
Lego house.
This is a magic family. This is a magic family has met the 21st century. They're willing to use new items. Your base is just giggling as this humming microwave starts humming around and beeping. As you're going, you see your mom actually just calls over to you again from the other room. Just, oh, Brigitte, I did hear from the ministry. The owls are going out today with your letters. I do believe it should be any moment.
I'm sorry, the accent is amazing.
Welcome.
I want to see
really
more
good.
for parents.
I love that we
Come to
went from
Hogwarts with me.
American to French. We haven't even hit any of the actual, any of the United Kingdoms.
It's so great.
This is great.
Oh, shit, is
Yeah.
anyone so, okay, so
Born
I'm just gonna nod and then get my tea out and start drinking it. It still tastes disgusting.
It's not better hot. Don't know if anyone's tried Earl Grey. No offense to anyone who likes it. It's just not great. I mean, and within a few moments, again, as your family talks, a beautiful, pure white owl is sitting perched at a window. Your father, not lazily, but very just flicks his wand. The window opens gracefully, and the owl flutters and rests by you, Brigitte. You see, of course, is addressed to Miss Brigitte Monet of number 21. I have started writing these down. Number 21, Poplarwood Avenue. A lot of them were tree names, as I've been coming up with them on the spot. Fun facts. But Poplar Avenue, the grand room, first floor, Esquire, to you. As you read this, of course, saying everything addressed by Professor Deputy Horse, Headmaster Deputy Horse Slughorn, everything and the complete list of all your supplies. You see your...
Is there a letter in French as well, just to make sure everything's understood?
Actually, no, it is only in English.
It's only in English? Oh,
Yes, your mom. Your mom is already she hands your little sister, Clarice, over to your father, and is looking over your shoulder, just excellent. They are using some interesting techniques. I don't know these books. It's this very your mom's. It's not being said. But your mother was, if I don't know the proper term, but magna cum laude, class Victoria, of top of her class at Beaubaton.
So I'm just gonna ask him, Mama, could I take your books with me so I can make sure to study the proper ways to do magic?
Mon camarade, no. You must take the proper curriculum. If you are to succeed and be a good student does not take the wrong material.
But there's extracurriculars.
But could I bring it to do alongside so I could try both ways and see which way I liked better?
Only if you promise only to first study the English way and then the French.
Promise, Mama.
En English, deux francs. Oui?
I feel like you just did numbers on me.
En
Deux.
anglais,
Si.
deux. I love this. Basically, your mom just like English first. You see, actually, your mom. Brigitte, when shall we go get your books? Would you like to go any day?
Oui.
Yeah, oui. I shall have Charles, the, how you say, ministry official driver, come pick us up. Un moment. Une moment, excuse me. You see, she heads off to do some sort of spell work, either flute power, just in that, like, alright, let's get a card. As you look at, and I will say, you cannot help but notice the very English letters and symbols. It's not Bobaton. You, like, living your whole life, seeing your parents, both who, again, your father's still an incredibly talented wizard, but is now just, like, more the parent at home. It's still crazy, though, to think after your whole life, you're not going to your parents' alma mater. It's a bit interesting. And with that, we move away. Coming out of the house, now pushing past many different buildings and landscapes much, much further north as we come upon a beautifully built log house. You can see this is not just like a cabin. This is a fully built, different stories, rooms made of wood.
Dang.
This is placed up in the wonderful, like, right up, kind of not like full cliff, but again, that very rocky side with the wood stretching to one side with rivers. Again, a road leading up. A much more secluded home.
Well, someone got the best place.
As we come in, what we see immediately is the house is covered in beautiful woodwork. There are carvings, portraits, different statues, multiple things. But what we not see but hear is, as we go through a very picturesque house, something, and a string of curse words explode from a workshop off to a side.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Graham! This, like, yell. Mason, go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone.
Alright, in comes through the door Graham. He's a little bit taller for his age of 11.
Yeah.
Like, kind of wearing a little bit more worky clothes.
Mhm.
Like, for doing chores around the cottage and helping Dad in the shop.
As you're coming in, you hear your dad, this is not a, like, angry yell. What you think is, like, oof, ouch. Like, you've learned to differentiate between the cursing and the, like, okay, is he actually needing me? Is it just he's venting off or something? This is one of those, like, okay, I might need some help kind of yell.
Mm-hmm.
Entering the shop, again, beautiful working. What you notice, again, unlike the rest of the home, this is not statues and portraits and small carvings. These are beautiful cylindrical brooms. We see multiple different handles, each stylized and carved, different sanding and staining. You see your father sitting there. He's sucking as he has been holding one of a long, to scrape off long planks of wood. You see he was starting on a new piece of wood and is holding the side of his hand kind of sucking out. You think he's just cut himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, right, Graham, can you go get me a bandage?
Sure thing, Doc.
God,
Run over
Right,
the first aid
son.
kit on the wall.
son of a mother. I'll tell you, Graham, these wood, I got on a new order request today. What they want is they wanted a spruce wood, but they want it interlaid with a mahogany going wrapped around, and so I have to carve it all in. And bloody hell, a lot of words that obviously, if your mom was home, you wouldn't be saying. It's that, like, does it hurt like a bastard? It just won't cut.
I'm sure.
Alright. Oh, you're doing great. How you doing? You getting your chores done for your
Aye.
mom? Aye,
Sure
good
I'm
lad. Right, now, I gotta ask, Graham, what are you doing most days?
I'm mostly just doing my chores.
Right, here, come help me. What, the hell with this wood. Come help me with this other broom I'm working on. You see he leads you over a beautiful, what you can tell, you have enough wood knowledge. It's not like a proficiency, but you can like tell, you're like, okay, what your father's been working on, definitely like more of a darker ebony wood. It's like almost a Nimbus style, right, again, but the handle, instead of being more in a pointed formation, is coming up in like a beautiful swan. The broom comes down. He's already put in the metalworking inlay leg rest, and it's just like, right, help me. We're doing some polishing on this one. Just grab a rag. Let's have a chat. Pub squat. As he says, it's just like, Graham, you spend a lot of time. Have you met any of the other muggles down in the village?
Not really, not much of a point meeting muggles.
Right, I mean, to be fair, your mom's a good one, though. I mean, if you don't meet some muggles, you might miss out. She's a fine woman, though. I love your mom. No, but you should... You got any friends, Graham? You got any mates yet?
I mean, few here and there. Not much, though.
Alright, well...
Fear I'll be going off to school here pretty soon.
Yeah, it's coming up close.
Right.
When's your birthday again? No, I'm joking right now. I know your birthday.
No,
Birthday's it's in a couple months.
Thing.
Yeah.
That's such a dad.
Right? No, it's
Such a parent thing.
no, it's but yeah. You're gonna be attending Hogwarts soon. No, I tell you, Graham,
My birds are
beautiful place. Now, anyway, I was put in the Gryffindor,
Aye.
and let me tell you, not a finer house.
Aye.
I mean, you can say some for those Ravenclaws, but at Hogwarts, you won't be Gryffindor, and you'll
Yeah.
find some hard lads. No, I don't tell your mother this, but I'd pop on down to pub a couple, a couple miles down. I'll meet up with my mate. Those mates you meet there, Graham, are going to be mates for life.
Aye,
That'll be good. Hey, now get some more polish on that part. Polishing.
That makes it a lot better.
As you are polishing, it's then a banter, right? Talking about the wood or life. You soon hear the door open and close. Right, Graham? Graham, are you here?
I'm right over here.
Hi. Your mother walks in. You see Haley McGregor, very like tall, beautiful woman. Almost like brunette auburn hair pulled back into a really tight ponytail. You see she's holding a mess of groceries, just everything from fruits to bread. Graham, be a dear, put down that oily rag. Help me put away some of this food.
Alright, Ma.
Yeah, do what your mother says. Your dad gives your mom a kiss. It's good to see you, dear. And you all kind of get ready. As you're going through, putting away random things, again, you have like ice chests, right? Not real refrigerators, but again, that have like different dry meats, a lot of fruit, like putting away in bowls. And after a few minutes, your mom just goes, right now, I must ask Thomas, or Graham, do you know where there's a pesky little owl that seems to be bashing her head into the door every 5 minutes? Almost got into the house when I started to come in.
No?
You see that? That woman! That's the owl for Hogwarts! You see, he immediately is running off to the door. As your mom, who is a muggle, doesn't understand, just, right, that's your school. Oh, right, use owls. That's so weird. And your dad comes in, lovely looking brown owl, just like perched. Like this owl is digging in, but your dad has like that leather skin where like this thing is on just like, hey, beauty, here you are, Grammy.
Aye, thank you, Pa.
You get it. To Mr. Graham, Mr. Graham McGregor at McGregor Estate, and it gives like your house, like, cause again, you really got no like number when you're outside in the woods. So, as you're reading through. You see your mom and dad reading with you. Your dad, he immediately is like feeding like bits of meat to this owl before sending it off. It's like, right, Grammy, it's the big day.
Aye.
Right, now we need to get you some proper supplies. We're gonna make you a proper wizard.
Alright.
Now, it's gonna be good. Right, Haley, after dinner, of course. Your mom, because you realize, like, because you were kind of getting, like, into the, like, your mom was giving your dad this stink eye. It's like, I just brought home, like, you're not leaving. As you're going through, Seeing this, your mom just like kind of giving that like little shoulder rub. She's like, I'm so proud. You're gonna be amazing. Your father. I mean, Wizards are so amazing. You're gonna be. It's gonna be beautiful. My little Grammy.
Thanks, Mom.
Grammy. Your mom gives you a little kiss on the cheek. And immediately starts preparing dinner. Your dad helps. He's like, doing a bit of magic, so like the monotonous things can be done, so you can focus on the cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And you stare into your Hogwarts letter as we move away from Graham Estate. How many people are left? 1, 2,
Us
3,
two and the
4.
twins.
Well,
So
it's
three
a
of the twins
skewed
count as
chance. And hey,
You're done, Lonnie. It's just you and the twins.
Me and Nick.
Oh,
as
Yeah.
moving away
Proud
out,
about your husband.
out of the north, well out of north, back in, more down into Liverpool, actually. What we see is, again, not near any big seas. Just like the last house, which again, bigger house, we now see a sprawling estate. What we are seeing is wrought iron gates with polished, gilded,
There's so many
and
rich
yes,
people.
polished emblems across, stretching around. As we see the house, both grotesque and gargoyles with water draining from mouth littered around. We see beautiful, like, low-lying hedges, fountains, waters, lazy bugs, and what seem to be magical things floating around. And as we enter into this glorious house, we see a young man who seems to be, well, I don't know. Nick, go ahead and introduce your character, and what do you think you're up to right now in the house?
Right now, I am. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just lounging around right now, talking to my dad. Yeah. I'm James Black, and I'm just chatting with my dad.
All right, James Black. As we see a young James Black, your father. Excuse me, and I'm grabbing. Yes, there's your father. We see. This is Kyrian Black. He is in a very smart suit. What you're seeing is this is a very well-fitted 3-piece. Watch everything. As your father is chatting, you see actually like. He's going around and he's giving orders to Wabby, the house elf.
Yeah.
Wabby, just like, Wabby, please make sure
They have a house elf.
Wabby, please make sure you're cleaning well behind the portraits. You know that is the #1 effect of mold. You see, yes, Mr. Black. You see Wabby like gets a little spray bottle, starts like really getting up behind the portraits. So about just. Yes, James, I do suppose I would say I could apply for a higher ministry position, but the what's her name? That Granger, Hermione Granger. She's got too much of a emotional hold on the political world right now. Now, I will say, James, would I ever consider applying for minister? Of course. But now's not the time.
And you wouldn't have any competition anyway. You can get it whenever you want.
You see about... Stop, please. Wabby, please, could we get some beverages? Wabby just gives a little pops back with some drinks.
A little bit slimy.
I
just look behind one of the pictures.
I wonder who might be Slytherin.
Wabby, you see, like, yes, very well, young Master James. Wabby, like, immediately sets a tray down on a quick table, comes back, starts going back in the portraits. You see, like, yes, good, well done, Wabby, well done. Yes, James, now, I must say, I just simply want to know, what are your passions in life? You see, a man must have passion, and must have goals.
Well, my goal is to be like you, the very best.
Right. You see your father... You see your father goes, now, James, that is improper. If you are trying to be like me, you will never succeed, because there can only be one Kyrian Black. Just as much as you must be the James Black.
I want the name James Black to mean as much as Kyrian Black.
Now that's a better... A well-thought-out goal, James, means a decisive victory. As you are talking,
We're talking about all the stuff we're gonna do.
Wabby comes up, just letter from an owl for you, Mr. James, Master James. You see Wabby holds up on a little silver tray a Hogwarts letter. You see your father, Kieran. Well done, Wabby. Wabby just came in on the owl today, sir. You pick up your letter, of course, reading through the wonderful. To a Mr. James Black of the Black Estate, Esquire. Like, it's got like a bunch of those like very fancy long like when it was established, who owned it last, and like all these like very very long things. It's like that's kind of half the letter. Yeah. As you get to it, you see your father just excellent. Well, James, you must of course go get your supplies. Take Wabby, and I shall ready a flu powder network for you. It will take you directly to, what's that place?
Diagon Alley?
Yes, no, yes, the leaky cauldron. Yes. Please make sure you don't come back dirty. Wabby, make sure of that. You see that? I shall make sure the Master James stays clean.
I'm so glad the letters are
what?
Come, Wabby.
Come, Wabby. Wabby gets right. Your father flicks his wand. Your impressive fireplace. Again, this is not a functional fireplace, right? As like, who puts a fireplace in the intro, but roars into green flames. I see. Yes, now hurry along, James. Your mother will be back from the ministry at any second. We'll have dinner. As long as Wabby can also prepare it as soon as she gets Wabby, I shall work on that, sir. And you step into the flu powder. You, having done this before, know to throw it to say Leaky Cauldron, London. And as the boom of flames rolls around you, we turn to a very, very, very small apartment. As we see immediately, we are back in the thick of London. Noise comes from every which way, buses, people talking and shouting. What we notice immediately is a... how do I want to put this? 3 tiny little children, no older than toddlers, are screaming high-pitched on the top of their lungs and running in like tight figure-8 formations around, like push together books, cauldrons, random things, as you see. But what's most interesting is a much shorter, long ear, slight wrinkled goblin is chasing them, just like, right now you get back here, your mother's gonna be so mad at you. Like these screaming kids running around.
Shut it!
As you cover your, just like, well, Mary, you gonna come out here and you gonna help?
Yeah, I got the little one. Until like try and grab a sibling.
Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Sorry, what, Jack?
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh, it's just... So I am Mara McAllister. She is barely scraping 3 feet tall as this 11-year-old half-goblin child. She's got, like, crazy, messy, short black hair with, like, chartreuse, like, greenish-yellowish eyes. And, like, the biggest, most crooked goblin nose. But, like, and so she's kind of olive-skinned, but, like, swarthy. Like, the definition of swarthy.
Yes, yeah, I love it. You grab one of your siblings. Did we name your siblings?
I was waiting for you to name them. You have unnamed siblings.
Various goblins.
Yes,
One,
things
things
1
2,
through
and
3.
And yes, I'm gonna unshame you. You pick up Hubert.
No.
As your father chases Duford and Llewellyn. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Why not? I can't come up
Boy,
with
shot you,
triple.
Huey! Don't make me go deaf up there!
Huey bites your nose as hard as he can, and you drop it, and he runs up, and just like runs. Your dad is like, that's enough! Snaps his fingers, both of your like fling into the air and start spinning, just kind of like in midair.
Teach me that.
He's just like, you're gonna learn actual wizard magic. You'll be fine. The door opens. You hear, hi, what's going on in here? As your mother, a very tall, very muscular woman actually, walks in,
How on earth?
grabs your siblings out of the
The
air.
dad knows what he said.
And just like,
Dad's short.
right, now you're gonna back and behave like gentlemen. Slams your two little brothers, and they just say, right, Mom.
Well, I don't listen to you.
She said, "Cause you gotta take command, Mara." Your mom, wonderful woman, who works with, excuse me. Your mother, who works with Gringotts, same as your father, has just come back from a day. Right now, what's been going on at home? Your dad kind of catches her up. You see, your brothers are already like taking turns, like trying to punch each other as hard as they can.
I'm watching you, little devils.
They all look at you, just.
I'll like do a full staring contest with all three of them at the same time.
Make me a Constitution check. Here's the first roll of the game. They get to roll 3 times.
I'm getting like strong mirror divides here.
All I know is that apparently your dad
Ooh, all right.
has. Oh, I rolled badly. That's only a 9, unless it's a saving throw.
It's not a saving throw.
It's a 9.
All 3 of them. It's like kind of unnerving when like it stretches into minutes, and these glassy-eyed little half-goblin kids just aren't blinking and like slowly moving in, and you blink and they all just and just like run off again. As you're like rubbing the like pain in your eyes and that like ow, okay, like how do they do it? You hear a tapping on the window. As you look over, you see a bespeckled this is a much more like almost like reddish but still with a bit of brown spotted owl. An owl is sitting at the window.
I'll go open. I'm assuming it's a male owl, so she'll bite.
She'll bite.
Not literally,
the owl. I will say this: you fall out, you grab the step stool, bring it up because like your mom's the only one technically tall enough in the apartment to do stuff. You fall out and get the owl, and this is addressed to you. This is addressed to Mara McAllister of the, and quote, Royal Guard Apartments, number 12, and 3rd bedroom.
She'll read it.
This is your Hogwarts letter. As you're reading this, what you're noticing, your parents are in the other room talking and like already chasing us.
Can I hide it?
Go ahead and make me.
Is there like a fire in the room?
There's no fire currently.
I just want to hide it.
Your father is not stupid and would never light an open flame near your three
That's
brothers.
true. That's very true.
So go ahead though, make me a stealth check.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. 15. As you shove it as deep as you can in your pocket, your dad comes up. As your mom has now taken over the 3. She can hold all 3 in one arm, right? It's not like, come on, like scoops them up. Your dad's coming on just like, right, Maro, now what's this?
What's what?
You put a letter in your pocket.
No.
Don't try me, girl.
Fine. And she'll like hand him the letter.
You see, your father looks at the letter. Your father, and of course, your father, of course, is Agnuk. Agnuk is looking at it as just, well, look what I was telling you. Wizard magic, you're gonna learn.
I don't want human magic, Dad, with all the wand waving and the Latin blathering. I want to snap like you. It's all easy.
Your father, he gives you kind of a serious look. Don't you ever say that goblin magic's easy.
Oh,
We
all right,
perfect
cool
our
then.
craft. And wizards are damn cool too.
Fine.
I'm sorry, I can't do half the things a wizard can do, and neither can me. So you're gonna go learn, or you're gonna be ungrateful, and I'm gonna make you clean the apartment for a year.
Fine. I just don't see why I can't learn from you.
Because your magic is wizard. I'm a goblin.
Okay, Dad.
Your mom comes in, again, like, 3 siblings, each are, like, biting on her arm, but you're noticing, like, they can't penetrate the skin. It's that, she's like, right, now what's going on in here?
Hogwarts let him, Mom.
Oh, congrats! Hey, we should take you shopping. You want to go?
Okay.
Right, your mom actually pauses for a second. Right, Agnes, you take her. I'll stay with the kids. A look past between us, he's like, right, yeah, all right, well, head on, yeah, come on, let's go.
Do you need to like roll insight on that, or is
You
it like
can't-
I'm 11 and it just
You
goes over?
can if you want to.
Okay. I'll see what I can suss out. Roll. That's not gonna be good. Dang.
Are you rereading yours too? Yeah,
That's a 2.
Yeah, same.
You get a feeling it's like, okay, but who's best to deal with the chaos monsters? And it's not like, where's your mom would like to go? She can keep the peace.
Yeah.
As you get ready to go with your dad, he's actually getting ready. He's putting on like just some clothes and stuff, like, and it's a little weird. At one point he looks goblin. At one point he looks like just a very small man. And you can assume it's probably a bit of that magic, as he doesn't need to walk around London looking like a goblin.
Right.
That would probably cause a lot of
Cause
problems.
some issues.
And finally,
secrecy.
as we move away from this apartment, we actually go to another apartment. Now, this apartment we see in a high-rise building is not as small as the last. This is actually a much more open place we see. There are sitting rooms and multiple rooms. And what we see, first and foremost, are 2 kids on a couch with a woman standing over them with a giant list in her hands. Izzy and Eleanor, go ahead and introduce your characters for us. Whoever wants to go first.
Okay, this is metagaming. I'm sorry.
You good.
The little thingy you sent Eleanor and I said that we had a house in the countryside.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Yeah,
that
you know,
is
our whole
my
thing is
fault.
I was
literally
It's not an
reading
apartment. It
because-
is a countryside house.
I'm just saying.
I do apologize.
Correction.
I'm sorry. Going
I
from
don't live in a
Mara's to
small-
yours, I think
Yeah,
I
no.
crossed my wires.
It's good. I literally just started rereading.
No,
our
thank
little
you for
backstory,
correcting, because you
so
guys do have the countryside house.
Just in case.
Yeah, we're actually pushing out well into the countryside. But still the same. Again, open room, sitting room, much bigger place to like go. And we see your mother with a giant list. So, what do you guys look like, and what are you doing?
So, Zach, they are, I wouldn't say exactly scrappy, but like very much, they spend a lot of time outdoors, and it's very ADHD, cannot sit still, like their leg is just bouncing as they're trying to recollect whatever information is happening, but it's passing through.
You're good.
And Marissa, looks very similar to Zach because, you know, we are identical twins. Twins, yay. I have short, what?
You're good.
You described yours in that.
Okay, yeah, well, because, I mean, if I describe mine, it's like...
And you get one, you get them all. Yeah.
Go to the group chat.
More olive-toned skin, freckles all over the face, curly, black hair. Mine is probably about as long as mine.
Probably
is.
about yours, yeah. That kind of like nicer
it's short,
bob,
It's
yeah.
shorter, bobbed up, have like little pigtails.
It's a crop on the side, and it's just all kind of bunch in here with a beanie pulled over it.
Yeah. And Mars is very well put together. Definitely dresses kind of emo for a 10-year-old. But, you know, also a scar going across her face.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of matching the one that my sibling has, except theirs is worse than mine.
Mm-hmm. A little worse.
Kind of goes down
Yeah.
the neck.
Down the neck.
I
Mine
love
is
it.
just across my face.
As you guys are sitting here, your mom is the list that this woman is holding. As you know, this is your mother, Amelia Abbott. This is a giant packing list for Hogwarts. You see your mother. Now you're going to need. Oh, that's not British. Right, now you're going to need pants, you're going to need shoes. I'm suggesting you're going to bring both pairs of shoes. Now, when we get the official letter from Hogwarts, of course you're going to need to pack both a winter cloak, a normal cloak, your wear cloak. I'm going to pack you some dress robes. You don't know if it's going to be a fashionable year or not. You're going to want it.
Am I allowed to bring my broom?
I'm sorry, what?
My broom.
Are you allowed to bring your broom?
Yeah.
Well...
I mean, not.
No, it's not in the... Is it... We'll find out in the letter. I very much doubt it.
Mom, you know I've packed for Hogwarts like 2 weeks ago, right? I'm
Yeah,
really excited
She's
about
been on it, like, honestly, it's just me.
All right. Well, I don't want to single anyone out, but Zachary, you must.
Oh!
You have to pack. Now, I know the letter isn't officially here, but you still have to pack. Oh, don't you give me that attitude, young man.
You'll get a letter, I promise.
You're going
It's
to
not
get
gonna
a
happen. I'm not talented enough, and they were lying.
You hear a screech, and flying in through the open windows, again, no window closed here, 2 owls, identical, fun, white with spotted black owls, both appear and land before you both, each addressed with your name, with your country estate, the Abbot estate, and each bearing a full Hogwarts list.
I told you you'd get a letter.
Yes, you're going to always get a letter. You see your mom's already, she's kind of like not opening it for you, but not like making sure you open it quickly. Looking over this, just, okay, good. Excellent. And you're both going to have, I love it. You'll still have to get the same books, because of course they'll still be the same overlapping curriculums. It's perfectly acceptable. I love it.
Are they even gonna let me do?
Are they going to let you do? Yeah, you'll have other classes you get to pick. They just want to make sure that you, I don't know, have magic classes too. You can absolutely not. You are here because you are Zachary Abbott, a wonderful young boy who can definitely...
It'll be boring. I'll go. It'll be boring for Steve.
For heaven's sakes, your mom, like, very
No,
angrily
no,
has grabbed, like, flue powder, thrown in the fireplace.
I said
Right
it'd
now,
be boring if I stay because
Diagon Alley, you two in the fireplace.
You never listen!
Fireplace.
You never listen to me as I'm getting pushed into the
Fireplace. What you
agreeing
don't,
with
you don't really see Zach Mars. What you actually
I was
see,
saying I was go.
your older, you actually see, your older brother, Clay, has just come downstairs. Right, now I got my oh, we're going. Oh, there, she's in the, they're in the fire. As and you're like, Diagon Alley, forward, and just like throws the like not even wait for you to say it. Just like, and Mars, what you see, Clay, come along, get this. We're doing this now, and just like,
I just give Clay a look.
your older brother, he's entering his 5th year, gives that like he's holding his letter and that like he hasn't opened it yet, but because it's just gonna be supplies. Walks through, and as we all convene into Diagon Alley, what we see varies either flue powders, apparition, cars arriving, a beautiful sprawling alleyway with shops closely lined on either side. For some of you, it is the classic tapping the bricks in the order. Some of you apparating, like I will say, like Brigitte, your ministry chauffeur with your mother, like does the tapping for you. She's like, it's not like a classic. It's more just like, hey, this is the official, like he does it for us. As you all arrive into Diagon Alley, you are greeted with a bombardment of sights, smells, shapes, colors. Wizards, witches, and mages of all shapes and sizes. Goblins, trolls, elves. Everyone seems to be in a high energy activity. What you're all seeing, because you are all now here in this alleyway, there are a lot, of course, of small 11-year-olds. You can tell. It's the list just came, we're getting the school supplies. It's a tradition, no matter where you go or who you are. Now we're going to start opening this up in a much more open roleplay for all of you, because I'm sure you all have things you either would want to do or have to do. And so I want to know, what's everyone up to right now?
I'm immediately dragging Zach to a place to get books.
No!
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I know you are. I'm so happy for you.
Excellent.
I'm sorry, you two are gonna be hilarious.
It's gonna be great.
Campaign.
You walk in. Flourish and Blots, of course, being the name. You go in, and it's not very hard to find your books. Again, there is a giant section for first years. I will say, in this like kind of roleplay, anyone that wants to can also be looking for these. What you're noticing, books fly past each other in every which way. Wabby is kind of dragging you, James, and just this like holding you like you're still leading, but again, it's not an uncommon sight to see a house elf with someone like Lee, but it's just that like, you know, helping you get the books. As you are all checking out the different books and everything, anyone that wants to can go ahead and make me a perception check. This is going to be one of our first group rolls.
I'm not there yet because Mara wanted to do something else first.
What did Mara want to do first?
She is still being a little punked, so she's dragging her dad wand chopping to be like, watch, none of them are gonna work because I'm more goblin than human and I need to learn your magic.
So after we finish it, we're going to head there next. Okay.
Okay, because I also wanted to go wand shopping first. But
This is also, it's not just first and bots, this is also like a big, like, in Diagon Alley is what we're calling it. Perception. We're going to go around and we're going to start with, I think Ellen got a nat 20.
I got it too.
I got to.
I'm just so angry. I'm like,
That's not too good.
I'm so
a
bored
perception
that I'm
check?
innately attentive.
Yes.
Because that's how
I see all.
I got 16.
16. Pretty good.
5.
4.
11.
11.
So I guess total I got a 5.
17, 5. 15. So, who got a 15 or higher? So that was Cody, Brigitte, and Zach. And that was 15 or higher, correct? What you three notice in Flourish and Blossom and in and around is there is a lot of people. All of you notice a small household. You see this small household leading this boy. Come along, Master James. As this household leads this kid into the bookstore, you are watching as a lot of people are coming in and out.
I'm doing the babysitting.
Cody, what you notice, like first in this, is in Flourish and Blots, what you see is outside, and you guys all kind of see this, but you don't really pay attention.
So Cody's with Connor.
Yes. Oh, yeah, your older brother. Yeah, right. He would have
More
gone.
fun that way.
There is a dude outside Flourish and Blots who is branching this book, just like, read all my new book. It's all about heritage and magic, the magic of heritage. This dude, this book, like white leather binding, right, with like kind of like a gold leaf, talking about just like magic and lineage, like just he's just like, read it, find out where it came from, where you are. This is in fact magic at its source. And Cody, you notice this. You see Connor, like it's that really cool older brother vibe, where as you're walking through, just like. Not a horse shit. Just like under his breath, obviously not gonna say it out loud. Brigitte, you notice in this, like this dude who's making a ruckus, your mother, just kind of like to just like, ever since we got the new Muggle Inclusionary Act, everything has just been so, how you say, gross? Is that the English? Terrible. It's also the wizards, they're getting all so tight about, oh no, it's my magic, where's that came from? It does not matter. Magic is magic. There's a your books. Zach, what you know is this guy, you hear this on this Nat 20. This dude, magic has to come from somewhere. There's no such thing as a muggle born. You have magic. And if you don't have magic, you're not magic. And just like, it's kind of like that hurtful word.
This would have been settled
It's,
like years
well,
ago.
like, what you, like, to everyone, magic is bad. Like, but to you, it's that, like, oh, that's kind of prejudice and bigoted. Because it's that, like, oh, you get it. Because obviously, what's kind of, like, and what I'll say with the Nat 20, you get the irony, too. This dude has no friggin' idea if you're magic or not. Like, as far as he knows, you could be a full wizard, but it's like, this is what he's touted, right? Is this book he's written about, like, purity and magic is what it's called, right?
I want to interact with him, but also
Do you want to interact, or would you go with Mars?
I'll go with Mars. I don't.
I mean, I'm dragging you by your collar
Ah!
pretty much. So,
Books
you don't have
now.
a
Side note,
choice.
if you guys want to know, if you've seen the Owl House, we're trying to do an Edric Emerald. Okay.
Yeah. What I will say is, everyone who, everyone, eventually you'll get your books. This is just like, there are different things that can happen at different shops. Everyone, please go ahead and mark off either a whole galleon, or 17 sickles, or 29 knuts, because that is how much the books would cost. Whether you are getting them new or old, like first year books, of course, you're probably going to get new editions that are cheaper. But yes, it does cost a whole galleon for like all the standard book of spells you will need.
Knets did you say?
How many kills? 29.
Cool. I'll give him 30.
30?
I don't want any of this peasant money anyway.
You tip this dude.
Wow.
The dude behind the counter, it's a like scrawny, like maybe like old out of Hogwarts, but still that kind of teenager, just like, oh, thanks, kid.
Come, Webby.
Just,
Oh my!
I'm regretting naming it Webby. Come, Webby. Yes, but all you can do, you, of course, you give Wabby the books, and so Wabby's now
Okay,
carrying like 5 different books. Again, these are a lot of books. You all, and this is what we can add later. You now have the Standard Book of Spells, Grade 1, the Dark Forces, a Guide to Self-Protection, 1,000 Magical Herbs and Fungi, a History of Magic, Magical Drafts and Potions, a Beginner's Guide to Transfiguration, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and finally Magical Theory.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I look for an extra book
You can.
about potions?
Go ahead, give me an investigation
I'd
roll.
like to do that too. And
Yes.
I'd also like to pick up a potion kit.
Oh, that's in a different store. This is just
Okay.
a book. Yes, we will get that. I like it.
So
at some point, look at animals.
I got a
Yes.
22. I don't know if I have proficiency in that or not. So 22 us.
22. You find a wonderful book about potioneering, potion making, and it actually has what looks to be a uncommon potion recipe in it. We will get to what you will get, because you actually get some others with your background.
I will say there are specific potions that I'd be looking for in these books. Like
Oh, yes.
either I can't remember what it's called, Valibium or something like that. It's there's a potion that gives the actor feet for 10 minutes, and then there's also a potion that does disguise self. So I'm looking for those 2 potions.
Would disguise self just be polyjuice potion?
No, it's actually different.
Oh,
It's
Oh.
not. Polyjuice potion is like a full, like, you
Yes,
become that
but
person.
disguise self, you basically choose what you want to look like, which is what I prefer.
Yes, what I will say
I
is
looked
this.
at the potions.
nice.
We will actually then, we
I
will
dressed up
solve that
later,
off screen,
that's fine.
but you definitely get one of those 2 is what I will say. Yes, James.
I just sent you a message.
Yes.
Oh, you look so, like, classy, like...
She's French.
Tyson's grandmother is very French.
He's Tyson's.
Cody sent it.
Tyson
All right.
says
What
that
you guys notice?
his
We will be resolving some stuff. Like we will start going individual characters. Braxton, you wanted a book, and
Yes.
also some other potioning kits.
Yes, I'd like to look for potion supplies,
Okay.
and then I'd
Yeah, I do.
look on
This thing.
if I could find on the
Your
subject.
brother is going to give you
I'm
the
sure he
help
knows.
action. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Okay. What am I rolling?
This is investigation to search the shop.
Okay. Where is investigation? Cool. I got a 22.
Oh, same.
22. Your brother, like, it's in the older section because it's not supposed to be like a bought book. It costs a galleon, but this is a very cohesive book for what you could need.
I just look at my brother and go, so you're gonna get this for me, right?
See, Connor's just like, you don't get a Christmas present. Because, like, okay? You get half a Christmas present.
Okay.
He will float the cost for you, I will say, and you can add the book to your intro.
I
so-
cannot wait for our Christmas episode for us all to find out what half a Christmas present is.
Half Christmas present.
Like
Be
you got a
ready.
Christmas present, chopped it in half.
Please don't ask for
Just
a
to be
Um,
honest,
I would love that so
We
much.
are actually, because Mara this is a character choice, you wanted to immediately go to the wand shop to
Yeah.
prove. What you find
She's very contrary.
as you enter, you see Ollivander's wands, established 100 years ago, it looks like. As you enter in, you see, first and foremost, there's not a ton of people because people kind of come in and then leave. As you enter, giant walls lined with boxes. There is a smell of old dust And that, like, it's not decay, but that lovely smell of just ancientness. As coming around a corner, being wheeled, is a very small, very frail-looking man with gray flyaway hair, a long hooked nose, who peers at you over spectacles, being wheeled by a much younger-looking man, who seems to be wearing some sort of apron with different tools and wands sticking out of places. This is Mr. Ollivander, as you could rightfully guess. You see as comes up, welcome. My name is Ollivander. This is my assistant shopkeeper. His name is Frank. He's a wonderful boy. He was apprenticed to me right now. You see Frank just, right, nice to meet you.
Hello, sis.
Yes, ma'am, and goblin sir, Agna. Kinsutai. As your dad, like...
This is Agnek.
Right. Well, would you like a wand, ma'am?
Yes, so.
You see, he, like, brings out tape measures, starts doing a lot of measuring, while Ollivander is staring at you with piercing eyes. You see just...
Staring contest part 2.
Staring contest.
Just like,
Do you want to?
I don't think he's necessarily staring at me, but I'm definitely treating this like a staring contest.
yes.
So I can roll if I need
Go
to.
for it. I like it.
Oh my gosh, I rolled another natural 2.
I'm so sorry.
Staring as hard as you can until it blinks, and when you blink, you realize he probably hasn't even blinked yet. Like, he is still staring.
He's dead.
You see...
He just died.
Blaze
You killed him.
No, I'm not killing him
I
off!
better die.
You see just...
You just need to roll it harder, because like
Your
you
mother
roll
was
it,
Jenny.
can you make sure?
Was she not Jennifer? I remember her wand very carefully. Let's see, was it 12 inches? Chestnut? Unicorn hair, if I remember. Good wand, your mother. You might be different. Frank, get some options. Start with spruce and then move on to ashwood. You see, as wands are being... Each time you, like, are, like, grabbing a wand, just like that, like... And, like, each time, immediately, I'll be like, no. And Frank just takes it out of your hand, like, within, like, a second or two. Like, it's not even enough time to, like, like...
She keeps giving her dad, like, this vindicated look, like, you see what's happening?
You see, finally, Ollivander, very just... you see, Frank, wait a minute. And, like, as Frank takes him, he goes down and around to a corner of the shop that you can't see. As he comes back, just... I want you to try this
To the
one.
left, to the left.
You see this box as he opens. A shorter black wand with a silver lace trim looking pattern. As you pick this wand up, you feel something different. What would you do?
Like,
Just
can you
snap
describe
it.
what kind of feeling
Just
it
snap it
is, or is it
right
just like
there.
I feel something?
You feel a warm, burning feeling inside.
That's odd.
You see all that? Go on.
Is there something she can, like, wave it at?
You see, like, there's
Wave
just
it
a
all
random,
over.
like, chair
Okay, she'll go ahead and, like, wave it at the chair.
in a beautiful of purple flowers. The chair spots flowers and grows. Here is your wand.
You made
Oh.
what?
Whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
As you post one, you see all that. Yes. Yes. And let me make sure I tell you right. You see, as you pull out, ebony, 8 inches, dragon heartstring, slightly bendy. Very good for divination.
Technical term.
This shall be an excellent wand for you, Miss McAllister, if you use it correctly.
Thanks.
Frank, I'm hungry. Get me some food. As Ollivander's in private, like, the dude can act however he wants now, right? He's
Yeah,
like,
he's basically he's been through so much.
oh,
James, you look like a girl. Like, that's why the
I
first
love
thing my character's gonna say to you, like,
as and now, of course, because it started, who would like their wand? Who wants to try to get a wand? Graham. As you enter in, you are with your father. Keep in mind, as you have walked down Diagon Alley, it's been this like, all right, bring us off. We can get a good cauldron, get a good beer. All right, now look at the Quidditch spot. That's damn. What that right there is industrialization. Look at those brooms. Those brooms. You try to make one sharp turn, you're gonna find a man with a split skull. He's gonna get thrown off. He's gonna plummet 60 feet, and I'm gonna crack his head open for using a bad broom.
Why you dad?
Right. You see it just. Right, now let's get you a wand, my boy. You gotta get one. As you come in, you see a very, very small girl walking out. Go ahead and roll me a quick perception check.
That is in 17.
17. As you walk out, you see your dad's brow furrows very deeply.
Wait, what has it done?
Mara, your dad looks very disgruntled, and they both pass without saying a word.
Yikes.
Right?
Yeah. Right, now then, let's get you your one now, Graham. It's pretty good. As you enter the shop, sitting there, like, small bowl of some, like, tapioca pudding, just, welcome.
Oh, yeah.
You see, right, Mr. McGregor, Thomas McGregor, 13 inches, stout ebony wand. Dragon heartstring, very unbreaking, if I remember your father. Right, you remember, Ollivander. Graham, he slaps you, grabs back. This man's gonna give you the best wand. It never break. In fact, you could kill a man with it. I wouldn't do it, Ollivander. I won't kill a man. Yes, Ollivander.
Again.
Well, if your wand lets you kill, the wand chooses the wizard, Mr. McGregor. You see, right, wand wizard. Now, get Graham a weapon. Get Graham a wand. As Ollivander. Right, Frank. As Frank starts giving you a bit of a roundabout. Very close to Mars. Like, you're holding wands in different, like, as before you can pose or wave or anything, like, no, like, it's like, once you're being taken this way and that, you're being measured up and down. Finally, a box is presented to you. You see this wand inside, much longer, kind of like your father's. What you're noticing, it has a interesting, like, cross pattern across the middle.
Ooh.
And as you're looking, you see Ollivander, who, helping kind of, right, now try this and give it a wave.
All right.
This chair that for some reason had vines around it, boom, splinters apart and explodes. As Graham, you get your wand.
Yeah.
August, you are so cool.
You see
That's awesome.
Ollivander, yes.
That's awesome. You wanted to get wands for everybody?
Pine
That's why I
with
always
phoenix
went
feather,
No.
12 inches, unyielding, a very good wand. This would be quite a good wand for you. All matters of jinxes and curses. Use it well. Use it well.
Will do. Thank you.
You said, right, Graham, that's a good one. It's no, a bit shorter than mine, but hey, it's not the size that matters. It's the rocking of the wood.
You always told me.
Big brass Scottish dad.
He's 10.
This is, you're 11, right? It's like going on 12 this year.
His son is 11.
As
We're Scottish.
They're Scottish.
Okay.
They're a little more unrated.
11
That
years
was
is
good.
12.
I'm 11 or 11.
11, almost 12.
Yeah, Cody's the 12 because you're like the 11. You just turned
I'm
12,
an
but it's like
exchange
in that
student,
like
it's
kind of
weird.
vibe. So it's like you're still like in the grade, but you'll kind of always be the oldest one.
That's how I grew up.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
June 30th.
Oh, that's cool.
Who's gonna enter the shop? I gotta start just rolling because it's gonna get wild.
One
Um,
of my younger sisters is born September. so
Wabby
she's
takes you by the hand. Wabby like kind of like magically helping hold up the books with one hand taking you. And you see Ollivanders and the wands. As you enter in, James, you see a shopkeeper, a much younger man wearing a leather apron, sweeping up bits of broken wood all around the ground.
Okay.
Sweeping with a broom. And just, right, can I help you?
Be careful with that.
Right, Mr. Ollivander, wheeling around, you're helping him out. This much older man, Mr. Ollivander, comes up to you. Ah, welcome. What is your name?
James.
Ah, James.
Do
You
don't regular?
no. Who's your?
Okay.
Who are
James
your
Black?
parents?
James
Black?
Black.
Black. Black.
Yeah. Yes.
Did you have parents? Who are your parents?
I'm sorry, I love this.
What's his name?
Kyrian and your parents are Kyrian and Bethany Black.
Kyrian and Bethany Black.
Ah, I did not know. Wonderful. I know your parents. Yes, 11 and a half and 9 inches, spruce and redwood, phoenix and dragon heartstring. Both very good wands. Now,
I'll take one of each.
that's not how this works, James. The wand must choose you. Now let's get started. Where's the wand? And just like you immediately, it's a very long process, James. You go through quite a few wands until there's a good sizable stack. You see, with each one, you notice Frank the shopkeeper is kind of getting like that. Oh man, there's another one to put away. You think we would just keep them out in a display case. But each one, after opening, like trying to use, and Ollivander or Frank, you're plucking them in multiple ways. At one point, Ollivander just, let's try this one. You see he's going to put a wand in your hand. This is a deep black wand with a small, almost scalish pattern around the handle. As you pick it up, what do you do with your wand?
Is the pile of wood still there?
It's been swept up into like a small pile, yeah.
Okay. I'll hit it again.
You hit it. Full chair builds itself
Whoa.
out of this. James Black, here is your wand.
Nice.
As you see Ollivander, yes, 11 and a half inches. That is a blackthorn wood. Very, very tricky, but dragon heartstring, reasonably springy. Excellent for most jinxes and counter curses. That wand really likes you, it seems. Use it wisely.
Yes.
I want to break it. Frank goes off immediately. Ollivander,
I love seeing that.
he's getting a little late.
Making my night.
You see, Wabby, very good, Master James. Where shall we go next?
Come, Wappy. And they just walk out.
Very good, Master James. Brings the books with you. I love this so much. Brigitte walking past a house elf and this kid with like holding up, like passing by. Your mother says something which you know in French is like, yeah, chills away. Les enfants. Just in French. As you enter the shop, you see, of course, Ollivander's being like tucked into a blanket in this wheelchair. Is that nice for you, Miss Ollivander? Yeah, very good, Frank. Very good. Ah, hello. Welcome to my shop. I'm Ollivander.
It's nice to meet you, Ollivander.
Ah, welcome, young man. You see your mother introduces herself. You see,
Young man.
young ma'am.
Just getting old.
Young ma'am, I said. Alors, I am Yvette Monet. This is my daughter Brigitte. We would love to purchase one of your wonderful wands for her education at Hogwarts. I see. Yes. You see, he you don't know how he got your mom's wand, but is pulling out your mom. Your mom has this very nice it's like this wood, kind of a slight curve with a really fun almost inlay around the handle. Just yes, quality wand maker. This was made let me think. Le Chasseur in France. Good man, very good. But he does find a particular. He bends a little. Ah, I see he has moved away from your classic Phoenix heartstring and is now using Phoenix feather like I told him 80 years ago. You get your mom, who, yes, has a Phoenix heartstring. You see, but did they serve me well, Monsieur Ollivander? Now, please, my daughter. You say, Frank! Frank starts handing you a lot of wands.
Phoenix is the best creature to make these wands out of because, like, you just kill it, get everything you need, and it's back. You
It's
know?
back. I mean, hey. As you go through, Brigitte, these wands, you go through about 3 or 4. It's actually not too long. What you're realizing is, like, each one you think feels like you're picking one, like, this is it, and they're taking it out of your hand. You're like, okay, yes, no. As you pull a wand out of a box, you see Frank has opened a wand box. A beautiful. This wand is. How do I want to describe it? Unlike most, this is not like your classic wood. This is a very white, shining wood with this kind of like infinity-ish knot, like loop going around the handle. You see all that. Good choice, Frank. Possibly. Very possible.
It's not that one.
Go ahead and try. What you do is you pick up this wand. You just hold it?
Oh, what do I do?
Yeah, what do you do?
Pointed straight at Mr. Oliver.
Oh, there's a chair.
There's
There's
chair.
like chairs. It's for like people to sit in. There's a lot of wand boxes. There are lamps around. There is all
I
vendors.
might, like, do a lamp and, like...
This lamp starts shimmering and vibing between multiple different colors of blues and reds and green. Just starts slowly emanating beautiful light. As Ollivander says, wonderful, you have found your wand, Miss Monet. This, you see Ollivander looks at your wand. You see he goes, yes, that is a laurelwood unicorn hair, 9 inches, quite flexible, truly, in terms of wands. Please don't snap the wands.
Like one of those rulers.
It's like, I will actually say this is a fun fact. Like, when Ollivander bends, like, he really doesn't bend, but each one, like, it looks the same, but, quite flexible, unyielding. Like, it's a very subtle thing, like, when dealing with wands. But you see it just, yes, a wonderful wand.
Yeah, can one do
Would
one
be
of, like,
great
those
for-
toys that goes,
No, those are joke wands. That's down the shop next. As you see, quite well for charms. Miss Monet, this wand will serve you excellently well.
Thank you, Sir Ollivander.
Welcome. Ooh, that's a nice light. As, like, he's just vibing now to this little strobe.
like music start.
As Brigitte, you exit, you pass by these 2 very much obvious twins passing through. As you 2 enter the shop, Mars, you're feeling very excited.
Oh yeah.
But it's a stark contrast, I feel.
Wait, is that older brother still trailing behind us, or is he?
Clay actually went off with your mom to go, like, grab his... He's getting some stuff. Actually, and this is interesting, because your brother, in hopes of, again, making it back onto the Quidditch team, he's getting some new stuff to play with. Your brother...
I thought you were talking about Ollivander for a second.
Your brother actually, Clay's actually one of the beaters, so they're looking for a new beater's bat for him. Something with like a leather handle, something like good to hit with. It's that like, hey, can I spend some of my money here? As you guys enter in, you see, like, Zach, what you think is weird. There's this old dude that's kind of just like shimming back and forth in a wheelchair with like a strobe light and a lamp. He's like,
Just another.
oh,
sorry.
Visitors. Frank! Frank comes out, waves his wand, stops the light. Just, right, sorry, how can we help you?
I want a wand.
Yeah, you and all the other 11-year-olds. All right, line up. All right, both of you sit. Frank has put wands in both of your hands before you know what's going on. And me and Frank, no, all vendors stop, and like wands are being taken out. As you're going through,
No. You get a wand.
Mars, wands go through, and Zach, you're not sure why, but like they keep putting wands, and like you're not getting a word in edgewise because I'm like, no, too short. No, that one doesn't work just right. Ooh, look, where'd the lights go? You, not a good one. As you guys keep going through, Mars, eventually a wand is put into your hand. You see this wand has this slight curve up and out.
Interesting.
As you hold this wand, what goes through your mind, and what do you do?
I mean, my first instinct was to point it at my sibling.
Do it!
But I'm quite a bit
I would
smarter than
heavily
that,
suggest doing it though.
Alright, I'll
Zach,
with it.
as a
Oh
Abracadabra!
Zach,
Hello.
as a random wand is put into yours, that's very like stick like it looks like
You're giving her another stick.
a very solid stick.
Hey,
You
nice
turn,
stick.
you see
Oh, you're
your
excited about
sister
it.
has turned and is like, boom, and you as light sparks with both wands as a shower of golden light.
He's just like,
They're gonna have like the same, the core from the same animal or something.
Here is your wands. You see Ollivander just, excellent, excellent.
Mr. Oldman, how did that work?
Ollivander, dear.
Sorry, Mr. Oldman.
Yes.
I can't do. How did that work?
I don't know. The wand chooses you. Now, let's see here. You see he's looking. Yes, Miss Marissa. Yes, Cypress. 11 inches. Slightly springy.
Sword fighting with the wand.
And you see he turns. But rather spruce wood. 11 inches as well. Unbending. Now, yes, you both seem to have a wonderful dragon heartstring. It looks
there's
like
a
the
lot of
same
dragon
dragon.
heartstring in this group.
That's interesting.
2 dragon heartstring. Well done. Now, you may pay your gold. I'm going to take a nap. Frank. Zach, you cannot do anything else with this wand. As you keep casting anything, nothing is happening. Where I will say is, Mars, the wand feels good. As you, you kind of boom. And as you, fling your sibling, a light green spark kind of, comes over Zach. Zach, nothing on your wand.
But it started the first time. First time something happened. That was brilliant.
Yeah. Your mom walks in, just, right, all right, have you paid the 7 gold?
Yeah, she gone one.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
excellent, let's go. Come on, we've got a lot to do. Zachary, we're going to get your robes next. Are you straight up stealing your wand?
No, I do leave the money.
Okay, you do leave the
But,
money. You just straight up lie to your mom.
Yeah.
All right.
And I enable them.
Thank you.
Enablers. Oh my.
Enablers.
Well, let's see. We got 2 people left.
Can I be last? I would actually be dragging my feet to the wand shop.
Well, interesting enough, we are going to Cody. Cool. Cody, your brother, having put this book in your bag, it's just that, okay, you don't show it to people, right?
Okay,
I don't know. I haven't gone to.
Where are we?
This is. This is. Dad told me this is
do you have
the
any idea where we're at?
diagonally. That's what he called it, or it was
Diagonally?
no.
I don't know where to find half this stuff.
Yeah, neither do I. So this is, okay, look. There's a giant sign that has a wand on it.
Okay.
I think we go in there.
Can't I just use your one like usual?
Okay, you're not. Don't say out loud, dude.
It's like normal.
But
that's what normal people
British
do.
people. But British people are weird. They're not normal, and they have this whole thing about not taking other people's wands. Okay, I like the job I got.
Fine.
Just buy you your own. Come on.
Sorry.
Gosh, this is just my little brother. This character is my little brother.
As you walk in, you pass aside this family again. These twins that are coming out. As you come in, you see a dude that's come back breathing. Oh hi.
Hey.
What can I do for you?
I'm here
Wand.
to get a
Yeah, no,
yes.
it's a joke. I know why you're here. Hi, I'm Frank. Welcome to Ollivander's. Ollivander's taking a nap.
Oh, okay.
Let's give you a wand. Put this in your hand. Nope. Takes it.
Pulls out a Glock. Nope.
No. Lots of measurements, measuring the under the arm, doing everything. Connor's watching a little confused too, because what's happening? At one point though, you hear this and wheeling out behind you. As you turn around, suddenly you're face to face with all that, and just
oh,
strong. Pokes you with reasonably adept. Excellent. Try this one. And you see he pulls out a box. This is a very tan looking wand, like very like smooth, almost whitish tan. And what you're noticing, it is coming to a very particular point, actually, at the end. Almost like some sort of antler, one would say. You see he puts it in just... Go on, do something to Frank.
I just grin a little too much.
Yeah. Do you do that, Frank? Yeah. Frank immediately sprouts antlers. As swishing down.
And then I immediately turn to my brother and do it to him.
You do it to your brother. Your brother, like, easily counterspells, just like, gotta get up early. Frank's not expecting his boss to tell a kid to sick him. Right? Like, your brother is like, hey, I know what's gonna happen when he gets a wand. So your brother counters, and you get your wand.
Don't die.
Please don't.
As you get this wand, you see he goes,
Yeah, I went behind your chair.
Ash, 10 inches, unicorn hair, quite bendy. Wonderful for outside. I want to go outside, Frank. Help the boy pay, and Mr. Williams, respect your wand. And you cannot help but, as you and your brother walk away looking, you never remember telling him your name.
Why are British people so weird?
And as this boy, you take a double glance, Leah, as, was that the kid with the hand in his mouth? But, like, again, like, it couldn't be. It's a big city, right? Like, and what are the odds? Because, like, those were a normal Muggle family.
I will say, when we come to the wand shop, Leah's gonna be a lot more serious and apologetic. Like, she'll actually turn to her mother and say, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm just really kind of nervous that this isn't gonna go well, so...
So your mother, your mom kind of just, darling, Leah, it's gonna be okay. Your wand is, you're gonna love it. You're gonna do great. Let's see what it's like. And as you both turn to enter the shop, you are met with a dude wearing a full blanket, sitting in a wheelchair outside. Just, welcome!
Hi, are you the owner here?
What does the sign say?
What does the sign say?
The sign says Ollivanders.
Are you Mr. Ollivander?
Ah, good. Well, Frank hasn't taken over yet, so I guess I am.
Okay.
Franks.
Would you
Frank's wand shop.
be able to help me get the wand, or do I just take the
I can
wand?
help the wand find you. As Frank, like, comes down, like, sorry, hi, this is Ollivander, I'm Frank. Come on in. And, like, lifts him back up, wheelchair inside.
Okay.
Was he just on the ground?
Oh, no, he was in a wheelchair. It's like, you'll get in the wheelchair over the steps back in. As you enter in, wands are everywhere, boxes are everywhere. Like, this has been a long day, Leah.
Frank's just gonna murder Ollivander at some point.
I am loving old man Ollivander with no craps left to give. It's so entertaining.
Ollivander comes to you, Leah, and just, let's see here. He starts measuring, just, excellent. Good. Like, he kind of, like, plucks on your hair. Excellent, yeah. And Frank is also, like, he's putting wands in your hand, taking them out, like, putting out, like, it's this very fast process. After a moment or so, Ollivander comes out with a box. As he places it in your hand, you open it, and the wand, how do I want to say this? It looks almost very simple. The handle seems to, like, have a slight curl, like almost a hold, but the wand itself just points out. It is a very simply and elegant wand. You see Ollivander just, go on. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I'm quite hungry. Could you get me some food? And he gives you a wink.
Sure. I grab the wand and I just...
You point it. As you point it, you and watch as a small silver string flings out of the shop and wheels back almost like a fishing line with a small little ice cream with 2 scoops attached. So I'm like, I love chocolate. And takes it out of your hand.
Dessert?
Here is your wand.
If I can get up.
You see Ollivander in detailing to you. Yes, mahogany, phoenix feather, 12 inches, barely yielding.
Wait. I got the longest one.
You got the longest one!
You got the longest one.
You have long wand energy, my guy.
Long one.
Long one!
Don't sue.
I have a teeny one.
She's
pretty tall.
It's
I'm
not
gonna
the
die.
size
This is
that
so
the-
funny.
As
It's
the
how
one,
you use it.
you see Ollivander just, now I have my ice cream and you have a tool that can do great good or great evil. Good luck.
Hug him?
You hug, he gives you a little hug back and just is like, oh, well, thank you.
1, 2, 3.
No one's ever hugged me before.
I'll get you ice cream next year.
Oh, you don't have to do that. As long as you don't break you one before next year. Don't break it.
I promise.
Frank, eat this ice cream. It's too cold. As he's taking like 12 licks and just like, all right. As you all have your wand. I have to ask, is there any other specific things people want to do in Diagon Alley besides getting their general stuff?
You just range it.
1, 2, 3, 4, and I think
Technically 5.
5. Cool. So 1.
I know my sibling very well, and they were very patient with me while I got my books and my wand, so I'm going to take them to a crank shop.
Weasley's Wizard Wheezes!
Yes!
Alright, who isn't going there?
I was going to pull a prank.
Is everyone wanting to go? Is
Pause. I would not go.
I
Before we go, I just
I
want
don't
to
see how me and my brother wouldn't go.
Cool.
Either would I.
You're going?
I don't see how me and my
Like, those
brother
are-
wouldn't go.
Yeah.
really lame, predictable tricks.
James is
Yes.
What I've been thinking is like ice will
I don't want to go, and
don't-
also Leah wants to just
Oh no,
get
you won't.
better pranks
To
that
take
aren't
me
so
there.
easily
But we have to get all the supplies first.
Clay's gone off with your mom to get his
Mom
books.
doesn't need to know.
We need money for the
Zach,
rest of our
You
stuff.
guys get the feeling you have a T-3 minutes before your mom
Let's
is
go!
looking.
And I'm like full on under the arm.
As
and
what you're-
I'm now the one dragging you to.
Big popping orange lights, Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. This shop has it all, if we're being perfectly honest. Oh, and you know. Giant fireworks are wriggling through the air. The air is filled with sulfur, puke, chocolate, soap, like tons of smell. So it's like it's a absolute color vomit of everything. There are people like there's like volunteers that are like eating something, immediately starting to bleed from the nose, eating other foods, and they're fine. There's people that are pulling out frisbees that throw it, and when their friend catches it, the frisbee like bites into their hand. There's tiny little like race cars that are driving like up the walls that are shouting like random obscenities, like sucker, stupid, piece of shit. Like, just like really like. And you see a old like graying red hair comes up. Welcome to Weasleys Wizard Wheezes. What can I get for you?
Alright, sir, I need your help. And I pull out a list of names. So, like, I've been doing research on what I'm. Shut up! And I'm like, I need to make as much chaos as I can at Hogwarts. What do you think? And it's an entire list of, like, necessities to hear.
Come along. You see as this dude.
awesome.
My name is George Weasley. I am a co-founder and current owner of Weasley Wizard Wheezes. Now, you've got some, but might I suggest adding some else puking pastilles instead of those with nougat. We're running low. As he's going through, we recently have our curse cars. Send them at your friends. They stick onto their skin, race around, super annoying, and they yell naughty things.
Good. I'll take 3.
Yeah.
You take 3. Adding in all these random things. At one point, like...
I feel like at some point I'm like, oh yeah, my name's Zach. This is my twin Maz.
I'm
sorry.
You
I
go
have
ahead and
to
both of
bring
you
the
roll an
hearse.
insight check. Go ahead and roll an insight check. You gotta.
Think of that.
Rude.
You wouldn't? Yeah, no. It's
That's 6.
You said insight?
insight, yes.
Hold on, what's my insight?
You are so mean to George.
This is Eleanor. This is not.
I gave you a wand and you hurt me.
Yes.
Wait, is insight
Insight
intelligence
is
or
wisdom.
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 No,
Alright.
I just sent you something.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, is it? Yeah, it's 16.
You're a total Ravenclaw.
Ooh.
You don't know.
ain't sorted yet.
But no, it wasn't eventually. It was like, it's going to happen kind of thing.
I can't wait to find out what
So what was your... Sorry, what was it?
It's 16.
16. Zach, you're just twin. Mars, you
We're all
see
Gryffindor
a
because no
shadow
main
pass over this Mr. Weasley's face. I just... Excellent. Right, now remember, when you got a twin, you're bound to win. Now let me get you some good
Don't let
stuff.
one of them die.
He immediately turns away as you both are... As he leads you counter, you see a
Something's gonna happen! One of us is gonna die!
a much taller
You both have
man,
both your ears,
red
right?
hair. What you notice immediately is this dude is not like the
You
first.
guys missed an opportunity.
Sorry, Mars and
Thinking
Zach.
Your backstory that happened. One of you could have lost it here.
Mars and Zach. You guys get to the counter. Much
Can my
older
ear
looking
be mangled
gentlemen.
up?
We are not doing
No, because like
No.
all the scar can my ear be
No.
mangled.
You don't get to take someone's random metagame moment and just no.
You decided
Cannon.
earlier, maybe.
As you take it, the man at the counter obviously looks related, but like he looks a little more like hurried, like because he's been running the counter, just like all right, ring it up. You take his wand, things are right. There'll be 5 galleons, 18 sickles, and 10 canuts.
Done.
Great, pay
Do
up.
you even have that?
It's gonna be all your money.
Yeah.
I'm not charging anyone. Your parents, because no one's doing a sad backstory. All of you would have had your wands paid for. I'm not gonna be that. Give me 7 galleons for a wand,
I'm
because that's like such a pocket spender. Like, no. So
This
don't
is
worry about.
personal money.
So yes.
So I'm still at 9, but from 9 down to. So my parents would pay for my books.
You
or
are
just
down
my
to
wants?
6
Really
galleons,
sure
but
it's
again,
not.
he's
Ready,
also
done.
getting.
Done.
How many sickles did I say? Sorry, 17 sickles.
10 canuts.
And 10 canuts. Oh,
Nuts are gone.
and sorry, I did my math wrong. So that'd be another galleon off, because 17 sickles is a galleon.
So total
In
5
America,
Yes.
is what I'm left with.
$1.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Makes so
But
much
here we have
sense.
cool money that goes clink.
It's also
You see,
way
right,
better.
thank you for shopping at Wheezes. Remember, if you can't bring a smile, give them hell. Puts a bag in your hand, and you see the Mr. Weasley. He's like, right, now, if I might be of so bold to say, you two look like children that don't want to be spotted with this bag. That comes with the Weasley guarantee. And Malfoy's a prat. As he taps the bag, this turns into a... It looks like an apothecary bag that like seems to look like it's full of vials and like other supplies.
Sick. I'm going into potions. That's the story.
Alright.
You're going into potions. That's my cover. AC's like, remember, give him hell. As he turns to help other customers. Who else wanted to go into the shop?
And that's what's like.
I'm good.
You're good. Mara, what do you want to do in here as you kind of like rush in?
She'll probably grab a couple skipping sack boxes, but also she wants like subtle, sneaky jokes she can play on people where it's like, oh, somebody offended me, here's a sneaky thing I can do to get back at them that no one will ever trace back to me.
Oh, we're gonna get along.
Do you, you also find this Mr. Reed. He is helping out people, right? Is that very, and also you can explain to him, like, right, you want to get back at people. Get your enemies without them getting you.
Yep.
Might I show you what I like to call a revenge line? He leads you to a small little, like, hall. All of these items seem to be like, there's like slingshots that like don't have a handle, or like you're noticing like little marbles. He picks up the marbles, he's like, now, these are wonderful little tools. Slip them into your opponent's bag, and within exactly 2 hours, an entire lovely fruit salad will be concocted with inside.
Oh my god.
No one can trace it back. The marble's now a fruit,
Great.
No, yeah, I see it.
right?
Because it just looks like they were idiots and put fruit in their bags.
Sickle for a marble.
Or, okay. I want a bunch of those, though.
I'll take the lot.
I'll take the lot. Whoa.
I'm gonna get like at least 10 marbles.
Cool. Knock that off. You see, and the other one he's going to show you is like, now this one's a bit of a spender. It does cost 2 galleons, but may I introduce you to Bad Hair Day? He pulls out the slingshot. It's
I'm
like,
not gonna like you at
now he's like,
all.
all you need to do, this is a wonderful thing. Put the rubber between 2 fingers, pull it back, hit your enemy. Dissolves on impact off of your fingers into your opponent's hair, turning it into, well, that'd be a surprise. Your dad is just like kind of sitting here like watching, and he's not saying anything, which you find is a little weird. It's just more that
Like, I can't tell whether he approves or disapproves or anything.
it's your money you're spending. Like, so he's just like,
Okay.
all right.
I'm not sure about the bad hair day because I do also want some skeeting snack boxes, and I'm not sure, like...
This guy exactly what yes. He's like, right, not for everyone. Personally, I love it. Turns a hare into an elephant. Puts it down. Takes you to skiving snack boxes. Right, now what would you like? Nosebleed nougat, puking pastilles.
One of
Eh?
each.
One of each. He gives you. There's actually a ton, and what I'll say is you can get one of each. It only costs you 1 galleon, or excuse me, no, each is a galleon. Let me pull up my list then, because I have to tell you. Snack boxes. There we go. Man, I have a ton of stuff written down. Sorry, these. I have to like Control F to find anything in my list. You get a fainting fancy, a fever fudge, a nosebleed nougat, and a puking pastille. So each of these are going to cost 1 galleon, because these
And
are...
it's 4 of them?
Yes, 4
Yeah.
of them.
Okay.
But what he says is like, these are improved skiving snack boxes. You get about 2 bites per snack, so you can use them twice. Lovely little line, if you would be so kind. You're just writing it down? Cool.
Yeah, I'm writing it all down.
No, you're good. And of course, you can check out with the very harried Weasley, who looks just like right, nosebleed nougat. Remember, please don't eat nougats within 12 hours of eating or drinking. Oh right, with those marbles, of course, we cannot be held accountable if instead of a fruit salad, it turns into a real salad. It's been known to happen. Thank you. Come again. Remember, if you can't put a smile on the face, give them hell. Cheers. As he turns to the next customer. Has, again, a wonderful time in Diagon Alley. All of you, it's right, your parents, you can get little ice creams, you get your regular supplies. Zach, it's a bit of longing at the Quidditch store, of course. Oh, yes, Cody, I'm sorry. Did you have anything else you needed to do? Right.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing.
The 3 you needed potions. I'm so sorry. That was...
need potions. I would love an animal, and this is where you would get an animal.
This is where you would all get animals. Well, that's what I was going to ramp up to, but we should go potions first. Animals are my other, like, that's a pause and, like, go through people. As you guys go into the potions, is there anything particular you want to look for?
Again, the ingredients that I need for those 2 specific potions that I was telling you about. But honestly, just ingredients that I know are unlikely to find in school.
Awesome. So you can get the Potioneer's kit, again, will be bought by your either parents or anything.
So.
Or, yeah, you already have one. But, yeah, like, the standard supplies are get and got. And you can also get, it will cost you 10 sickles.
I will happily pay that.
And so, what is this will give you some more uncommon ingredients. Unfortunately, because also your mother is not going to let you buy, some of the more rare items aren't sold to minors, right? Because it's like, hey, we know what potions can be made with this. No?
Does
like,
my mom do much potioneering?
a little bit. Like, it's enough that it's not like, okay, cool, if you want, like, extra supplies, I'm not going to argue.
Could I potentially, like, convince her, no, Mom, I genuinely want to experiment with different kinds of potions. I mean, I need different kinds of ingredients.
Go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
Just like
Yeah.
at the game store
Okay,
when the
I can
7-year-old
do
says,
that.
"No, don't worry, Mom. I want to get GTA. It's a completely fine game."
While you're doing that, Brigitte,
There's
is
no
there...
strippers in it at all.
Brigitte, what did you want in the potion store?
Oh, I had nothing. I was just gonna I just want animals.
You just want
Yeah,
animals.
that was
Okay,
it.
sorry, I was trying to...
No, I'm
Okay.
not. No.
21.
Nias
21?
Tormentus.
So my brain stopped working. Okay.
You're good.
Need to get the special vial.
Got it.
Okay.
Done?
Okay.
That's... Yeah, and your brother's... he might make you pay it. Just because it's like, it's your project. It will cost
Are you trying to become an animagus?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
He's doing something very differently illegal.
Uh-huh.
Very differently illegal.
Very differently illegal, actually. Go ahead. It's
Still
going to...
illegal.
It will cost you
Is
2
it
galleons.
illegal in America or Britain or both?
Yes. Yes, illegal.
You know
in
what's
both.
bad when it's illegal in both?
So that's going to cost you 2. It's because that's like a you.
And then, so, like, more uncommon supplies. And then I turn to my brother and be like, and you are going to send me some.
He's like, oh yeah, of course. I mean, I'll try to like smuggle as best I can, but this. Oh, listen. All right, I'll send you stuff because I need you to do something for me. All right, just we'll get to it.
Dang, you guys!
We'll get to it. You do. I will say, if you want to, your mom will make you pay for it.
That's
But
fine.
if you want, you can pay a galleon and you can start getting some rare supplies. Some. It's not a lot. Like, it's like 3 or 4. But definitely
Okay.
rare supplies. And you can, like, pick. I'm not going to, like, go, tell me what it is now. Like,
Excellent.
but don't screw me over.
I will.
Don't make me regret buying you things.
No,
like a
I'm
real
paying
parent.
for it.
Yeah, no, you're paying for it.
Uh-huh.
Cool. You
He's
all
going to be prepared.
So,
are getting the potions.
yes, about the animals. I just kind of assumed I already had one because of my family, the way we are.
You have actually a golden eagle that you can bring to Hogwarts
What the fetch?
as your bird instead of an
That
owl
would be
if you
so
want.
inconvenient.
Hey, side note,
It's big.
Do we have
It is
okay?
big.
Adolescent eagles
Make
are
up
Yes.
I
ferrets.
know.
I know because
Oh
I've
my
actually
gosh.
made 2 videos on my
You
channel.
guys know. You have.
It's like as big as Mara.
Here's what we gotta do. Sorry, I have to say, people do have owls. You have the family
That's
owl
the thing,
pudding.
that or the largest
But
owl
currently,
species
Clay has been
that
using
exists
pudding when
that
he's
has
at
a
Hogwarts.
6'5"
He's like, it's not like
6'5"
you guys can
foot
use it
wingspan.
him too. But if you want an animal, you have to
One
go.
or the other.
I want to get an
There's some
animal.
big owls
I need
out
an
there.
animal.
Who wants an animal? Okay, cool.
Woo!
This is actually, we're gonna have you guys kind of convene. All of you are entering the
It's
shop
just a
around the
baby.
same time.
It's just a
What you notice immediately walking out, house elf carrying a ton of stuff. This like very like smart looking kid in a suit. He's carrying like a cage that's kind of covered. You can't see what it is, but kind of pushes past you. The elf pushes past you and exits as the rest of you enter into the store.
Can I do something?
What do you want to look
This
for?
guy?
Are you doing something to this guy? What?
So I just,
He's
in
not
my
dirty yet.
robe, I just reach out, I pull out my rope. Just, from Wyoming. I'm gonna cast,
Because all Wyoming.
What spell are you trying to cast? Because technically no one knows spells yet.
Just
Like if you
lasso.
want to try to cast a spell,
it's
it's
called
just
snare. It basically creates like, in Brother Bear, the bear gets trapped.
yes.
in the ro-
Okay.
It creates that. That's like.
This is actually a good point. So I'll just say to everyone before we resolve this, no one knows spells yet. You will actually be gaining spells at Hogwarts.
Yeah, I
Your
didn't look at
teachers
the
will be
spells
giving you
because
spells,
I
doing
knew
stuff.
that we wouldn't
Same
know
rules
which
apply
one
though
to
for Jared.
cast
Like you
on.
don't have like you get them all, but it's like only a certain amount of spell slots. Where some of you, it's like you have to choose which spells you have. That kind of
Yeah.
vibe.
Okay, so I was confused because with the druid, it's like I literally can just. Pick
Yes,
any.
it's like how we resolve the druid specifically is this like fun. You're gonna get like a ton of spells, but unlike some people where it's like, hey, I can only keep so many spells in my inventory, you have them. It's just like
I
if
can
you
only prepare something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Druids are cool though.
As you guys watch,
Saturday.
this dude, go ahead and make me a pure magical theory roll.
Foundation of those.
Because you're all watching, like, you don't notice James unfortunately, because you're looking at your new pet, and you're kind of thinking like, I've got my stuff, I'm ready for the day.
Did you get a rat?
No, silly.
No one gets to know, because he did do it secretly before. Like this was something that was already resolved.
21.
21.
Oh.
Full rope. You feel it, like what you see, James.
Yes,
as
you
look
did,
up, you
James.
see the rope pass around your body.
Well, no. So the
Or-
way the
oh.
spell works, it's completely.
It
visible.
takes
it's
his-
It's a snare, and when he walks in,
It-
it just.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, you're seeing, like, rope and everything, and you're like, what? And suddenly you feel something tighten around your ankle, and you have been lifted up into the air.
Yep.
Just walk the other way.
Gives you
The-
rat, you prat.
As you all watch, the cage banks to the ground, and a black serpent hisses wildly, having been disrupted. As, like, Master James! Immediately snaps fingers. You are set down gracefully. I'm so sorry about. I don't know who that was, Master. Please forgive Waggy.
Come what?
Come, Wabby.
That's going to
Come,
be his
Webby.
catchphrase this whole
Come, Webby.
No, because he does not get yelled at Hogwarts. He's a
Yes.
child.
You,
The elves
Wabby
don't
immediately cleans you up, picks up
Just
your
you
snake.
wait, you might have-
Takes you all. You all do see this
That's
because of
why it
that.
seemed like he was-
As you all enter in, Go ahead and just tell me first what animal you guys want to look for.
Siamese cat.
A Siamese cat. Interesting. Graham, did you want an animal?
I'm good.
Okay, cool. Did you want?
I'm trying to. Can I do any sort of like, care for magical creatures check or something to figure out what would be the most useful animal to assist me in certain things?
Yes. No, definitely. Go ahead. Like, and all around, because owls are
And
good
can
at
I
like.
ask the storekeeper too? Because I want to
That
get
it'll kind
the
of
help
like
action.
incorporate with it. I can't allow the
Dang
help
it.
action. No.
Oh, that's a 17 plus 3.
So Siamese cat, figure out the best.
In a weird way, I'm looking at stuff that will not be housed with me because they said that they have stuff, but I'd
Yes.
rather it be safe.
With her too.
Like safe as in like.
We're good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Yep.
Well, but it's
You
like
could try.
in your
I mean, like
dorm
now
room
that
is
we have
fine.
this opportunity, you can.
In your dorm room's fine. Like most animals are. Magic animals differ from real pets. Whereas
Oh,
a
so
real
like
pet
magic?
won't be fine on their own. Animals in the wizarding world have kind of innate. It's not full like a familiar or like well yet, but like some animals really do have that kind of vibe. They understand. Well, think about Crookshanks, right? So Brigitte, there is a beautiful Siamese cat. I'm gonna make a roll. The store owner, this woman, just lovely cat, dearie. If you'd like, this fine feline can be yours for only 3 galleons. And
So I'm gonna like pet the cat and see, like I'm gonna put my fingers in the cage and pet it and see if it even like
yes,
warms
this
up
cat
to me.
purrs. The cat, most cats are warm right when you do. This cat starts like vroom, 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 a little space heater-ish. And she's yes, it's a very fine feline. Keeps you warm in the winter, dearie. It'll be wonderful. Are you going to Hogwarts? It'd be wonderful. You see your mother just. It is a very fine cat. Would you like it, Brigitte?
Mama, please.
Okay.
My birthday.
We do have the owl. It's fine. Okay, an early birthday present. Gets you this cat.
Free!
Free! Free! Yes, that's going to be the theme of this campaign because you're all children with no income.
Seriously.
Well, to extents. On a dirty 20, as you're looking through, Leah, the storekeeper, something practical. Cats are very intelligent. Owls are great for travel. But what kind of help do you need? I'm so sorry. I don't understand.
Can my mom hear me?
Kind of.
Kind of looking at other animals.
I'll say, yeah, I can say, you can like wait till your mom's looking just around the shop.
I'm kind of just looking for a helper to do things maybe on the sly. You know, just kind of trying to make sure that I can get things taken care of when maybe more conventional methods aren't available.
Like a monkey.
Yes.
You see,
You're
we have a
getting
small
a damn
capuchin. It is 30 galleons. A lovely little capuchin, intelligent.
30 galleons.
You're gonna have to like.
Monkeys are more like the more exotic is. Plus, I will say this: your mom at this point would have would go. Yeah, you know, we do have to write the more exotic the animal. They do have to approve it.
I'd be willing to do that, Mom.
Are you gonna clean up after him?
Yes.
You gonna give the monkey attitude? Well, you. Well, if at least something. Ugh. How much? So I have to ask, how much money do you have left?
I have 8 galleons, and well, I had 5 sickles and then minus 10, but I don't remember how many sickles go into a galleon. So I guess I
17 sickles to a gallon.
have. Okay, then I actually
This
have
makes no sense.
I
7
was
galleons.
just saying that.
Think about gold, silver, and bronze. It's more like the worth of them, but it's also, this isn't normal gold, this is goblin worth.
Ooh,
yeah.
And then
Okay.
you just make the coins the size to make them work.
So I have
No.
7 galleons, 7 sickles, 5 canoes.
7 gallons.
There's something called a
I think your mom just,
You know,
maybe
there's-
not this year,
There's
huh?
a place in Russia where they
I-
have selectively
Is there
bred
anything I
Arctic
can do
foxes
to
basically
try and,
be dogs.
Like when I'm home for the summer, I can do
It's
extra
so
jobs. You can even send me like paperwork. You know, Dad hates paperwork.
Give me a persuasion check.
Of course, there you go.
That is so cocked. Dang it.
Go down.
19 plus 4.
Shit.
23.
There we go.
Go ahead.
Yes, that
Take
should be it.
all your cash. You are zeroed out.
Straight up horse.
Zeroed out, and you see your mom just. Well, I'll pay the rest.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry for giving you attitude. I'm sorry. You know that.
Well, if it helps you get over yourself and get and
I will accept that.
Okay, good. Yes, fine. We'll take the monkey.
Okay, in my
You have a
experience-
small little monkey.
In my experience,
I actually do want to get a pet
monkeys
now.
are
Do you want to?
strong.
Yeah, basically. Wait, you're all getting cool stuff. Keep in mind.
Yeah, that's the perfect pet
Okay. Yes. Sorry. We'll go Mason, then you guys, if that's cool. So Graham, your dad can take your. Would you be looking like owls, cats, like what
thought it was
specifically?
I went up to
I'm gonna go up to like the
that
pet store and it's like,
attack.
oh, hey,
You know, that'll
looking
be
for
really
something a little
great for
sturdy.
tomorrow
Could be
night.
handy in a
It
scrap.
was
You see, lady. Oh, sturdy scrap. My guess is you guys watch this lady pulls out from her account. Why do you suggest fighting toads? Brings out these toads that look to be like metal bellied that are just like bonking into each other. Very handy. I've known children throw them at each other.
a little slimy for my taste. Anything closer to say like a wolf or something?
You see, it's
Like a fox maybe?
Yeah. She does like. I'm sorry, we don't carry any big exotic. Those would have to be ordered because again, we only deal with tradable animals.
Aye.
Wolves and foxes, unfortunately, do fall under that. I see your dad goes, right, Graham, you gotta get a good fighting animal. Let's get you like a bat, or maybe I don't know, like we could get you like a hawk owl.
Oh, I do like that idea, Doc.
Alright, I'll get you. Don't tell your mom, we're not spending too much money already. Let's get the hawk owl. And a very impressive hawk owl. She.
You barely say anything and he does it for you.
Your dad loves it's this very like tight family relationship the three of you have. This lady brings out the hawk owl. How much money do you have? Because your dad's gonna decide how much to pay. It's kind of like with the it's like you can't like go full out. Like cats are one thing because like.
Are you dissing on cats?
No, I'm not. I'm saying because cats are easier to handle. Like in terms of exotic animals, like cats are allowed at Hogwarts just per base.
I've got 14 galleons, 10 sickles, and 10 canoes.
You see that because this is an 8 galleon bird. You see that. Right, I'll pay half. You pay half.
Like,
Make your
sounds
mom
good to me,
happy. So just knock off 4, and you can have this hawk owl. Hawk owl.
Okay, my little sister heard Hawkeye, but always heard us saying Hawk Guy. She
Hawk
thought that
Guy.
was his name, and she's like, he's
Um,
not that
And finally,
hot.
twins. I will say, you guys, it's been that. It's like not even just like roleplay, like actual roleplay. It's taken a while to decide because you guys have like had to talk and look at a lot of animals. There's a lot of things here. Everything from amphibians to fish to bird, fowl and feline, small dog. What are you guys trying to look for?
Well, my dreams are kind of shattered when you said you killed foxes.
Yeah, I made a roll.
I know a guy.
So,
Because of our parents, we have access to a fox.
You can certainly try.
no, like they wouldn't bring
You
back.
can try
a
and feel that
fox.
plate is gonna go.
That's not. I would say like that's not saying naturally. Like there's like they bring home some
Do you want a
like
different fluffy
actual magical creatures.
I can't believe you made it. Good job.
I was going because
If you're going for fluff, this lady to say, if I might be so kind, we do have these lovely assortment of pygmy puffs. These little furry. Literally, if you've ever seen Puffles from Club Penguin, that's what a pygmy puff is. It's like they're just little puff balls, like, and they come
Wait,
in.
so they the little things from like Dragon
But I
Prince?
also
Yeah.
want a little
That's
fox
so
that
cute.
can, go and steal things for me.
Yes, I'm so sorry, dear. You're actually not the first child today. Multiple people have asked about bringing in foxes. We don't carry foxes. I'm so sorry.
Right.
Do you have crows?
Yes, we have crows. Lovely. Not as great as an owl, but a crow's decent.
Okay, that's cool. How much you guys crow is?
Raven
right,
might
a
be
crow.
better.
3 galleons.
Raven.
Ravens. We do have ravens. 3 galleons, 2 sickles.
Let's go with
I mean, never gonna
We're-
Hear me out. We'll give it to the Scottish countryside, right? We'll find a fox and take it back. We can do it.
I I hear all of this. For those that don't hear this, they're plotting to kidnap a fox at Hogwarts.
I can help.
Cody's in.
Right,
Dude, I'm the animal handler
Straight
too.
up steal a
And it's
fox.
almost
Okay.
like
I don't trust any of you.
I promise you.
Why should you?
We're a bunch of chaotic 11-year-olds. What do you expect?
You can both buy a crow or raven if you so choose.
Okay,
No, but you're just gonna get it. You're just gonna get it.
Perfect.
Oh, just one?
Bridget
Well,
over there.
I'm trying to consider now because I can't have a fox.
By bridge.
Yeah, it's just me.
Do I want a cat? Because the reason I want a
Is that a
fox is
game?
because they're intelligent like cats.
Crows
They're
are
like
pretty
you,
intelligent.
got that little doggy face.
You see this lady actually just... These crows are very intelligent. You see one of these crows goes... They sing.
And you know, like, actually, it's not a show.
Wow,
Like,
that's like
like
my
my scratches
singing,
will
which
never
is
change.
not a good thing.
I mean, crows can speak like parrots,
Yeah.
actually.
Like,
They
crows are
can.
really good retrievers.
Thank you for
that.
that.
Like
Like
many
monkey
things.
August.
Yeah.
I'm really excited, and I will.
Oh,
Right,
you're...
okay.
No, there's gonna be a comeuppance. Don't worry.
That's fine.
Okay,
What
wait.
should we name them?
I'm trying
You
to.
choose the
I'm
name.
trying to think though, because I do want to stick with the black aesthetic I've got going
You
on.
can do this,
I mean,
Mason. We believe
Because I would have wanted, you know. Black
You could keep it. I will say, if this helps, I'm gonna make a roll to see what kinds of like crows or ravens, if they have anything magical. Kind of like for the Siamese cat, like you might find a magical.
Got a magic.
Okay. You guys look. There are, I will say, two small ravens. That what catches your eye is the eye. That they have one eye, and like the ravens seem to hop over to each other and like bonk their heads together to like move the eye to the other. It like is that weird like
Special if you
jellies. Bloop.
cool cat.
Wait, so they have one eye between the two of them?
See, like I like to call them Hugin and Mugen after the old Norse
No,
stuff.
like the little white cat.
Oh.
But they're very intelligent. I play checkers with them.
Duchesses
Crows.
and others. Have you
Crows
done?
and twins.
Yeah.
Yeah?
There are only 3 gowns? I'll give them 3 gowns for both. You seem like lovely children.
Okay.
Plus, it's a bit of a deal. They do only have one eye. Bloop, as like the eye like shifts to the next crow. Like
We'll agree.
these 2 crows that just share an eye.
Question before we buy 2 crows with one eye. Can the crow without the eyes
See
function? And like they can travel?
Yeah, it's alive, isn't it?
Well,
Oh,
yeah, if you can't see, can it
It's
still
got all of the
navigate?
senses.
They all got the hearing.
I mean,
They're like the
it
supernatural
seems like a
hearing.
magical crow.
They travel right. Do you want me to open the? She opens the cage. They both
Yeah.
like kind of flap around, land on her shoulder. She said, it's the lovely little birds.
Oh, they were able to do that with only one eye. That's crazy.
Again, every so often the
They
little
are
ravens
letting
meet
your
up and
own
just
spirit
like
that's
like
pretty cool.
it's like a salt shaker. They just and the eye just goes
Ew.
into the next crow like and it's just one eye, just like
It's
middle
like
forehead.
Fates in
Yeah.
Hercules.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But wait, so I'm just trying to wrap my head around this.
It's all good. Sorry, she needs it.
The,
You're right. It's alright.
so it's one Cyclops crow and one
Yes.
crow that just has no eyes,
But he couldn't be the Cyclops crow. Yes. Ravens, dear. Sorry, ravens.
Cyclops raven. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it.
And they play checkers if you give them a
It's
chance.
honestly pretty cool that they play checkers. No way.
They're pretty good at checkers.
They beat me every time.
Right. Okay.
Do they steal things?
Hey,
That's so
I mean, they
Okay,
can.
wait,
But
before we decide on crows, I just have to know. Do you guys have raccoons?
No, Eleanor is not
Let's
allowed
go!
raccoons
Let's
after
go!
we did in that other campaign.
Which
My
other
favorite
campaign?
animal.
It
No
was
raccoons,
the Wednesday group with like
possums.
elephant.
Any of the
and
marsupial family.
She like strapped a bunch of bombs
Any
to raccoons
marsupials?
as, like this diversion for this whole like spy heist thing we were doing, and then like blasted Flight of the Valkyries
there
on
are-
like, the speaker system for the place
what
we were
you
hacking
see
into.
is
He's like, I want
you
that.
look over and
Gosh.
is this a
And they
marsupial?
were, like,
I don't know. I'm gonna
piranha
play.
raccoons, like, they just, like,
What you guys
stripped
see
the suit to the bones
is
in, like, a
there
minute.
is a
That's
like you look
horrifying.
over and because you didn't notice at
It was
first because
hilarious
it
at
was
the time,
stagnant,
though,
but now it's kind of
so
moving.
much chaos.
There is a sloth which
She's
has
like a total barbarian, but
a
because it was,
full
an
like
urban
they're
area,
kind of
we
like
gave her
glittery
raccoons
rainbow
instead of
claws,
the
and the
mouse
sloth
with
is
the
starting to like
Gay
climb up
sloth.
this tree.
Funny.
It's a sloth that says gay rights. Come on.
But
It's also probably really expensive.
I just want a raccoon. or a fox.
I can help with that.
I'm sorry,
Scottish
I made the
countryside.
rules. There's no
Scottish
dangerous
countryside,
animals.
we will
Well, I mean,
steal one.
they can be dangerous,
You
but
gave me an eagle.
well, but your family owned that eagle. Like it's a family
Really, like, other
bird.
parents wouldn't have any strings to pull to get a raccoon.
Your parents aren't the ones who bring home. It's. Let me give an example. The Williams versus the Abbott family are magizoologists, whereas the Abbotts are very proper. They'll deal with it. The Williams, who knows what they bring home?
My family is made up of newt scommanders.
Yeah, it's that like kind of like let's see what happens. Your family's
Yes,
that, and
very
now we have
good.
catalogued. Time to
Should we-
return home.
Because the
It's
ravens
alright.
are cool. This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
I don't want to get a raven and then not be able to get
Wolves
like
don't really apply.
a raccoon later.
You see this like I don't think
it.
the crows don't predicate further pets. I'm not. I don't. Where's your parents? I mean, I
Oh,
can't.
sorry, there are a couple stores down.
You're good. I mean, unless your parents have a thing against like a one pet rule.
I don't know.
There's no magical binding contract with a crow.
I just didn't want it to get jealous.
Hear me out. You don't get jealous.
You're worried about a raven being jealous of what, a
another
raccoon?
I don't know if I have enough love to
You're
get
worried
one.
about the magical raven with the one eye. Worried about what? A trash panda? I'm working through the logic with you, dearie. The magical raven that shares its eye with its little like friend and
Listen,
can
like-
play checkers on the weekend is going to be jealous of something that
But
eats
only on the
trash.
weekend.
Only on the weekends. They don't
Yeah,
play on
okay,
weekdays.
Well,
Rubbish.
Absolute rubbish.
most citizens get ravens. I mean, gay sloth is cool, but
If you want, I'll put in an order and maybe I'll write you an owl if you want to give me information. If we get a raccoon.
Yes.
or
Or a fox.
fox would be cool.
And the fox would probably be easier to find yet.
Oh, but a raccoon has little hands and they can steal things.
Zach is used to this indecisiveness.
I love this.
She just like she sets her in front of you. Give me your contact information and I will write you if I receive either a raccoon or a fox or a what is it you said? Possum?
And a
Yes.
possum.
Making note.
Ferret?
She takes down your
Do you have
information.
ferrets?
Yes, we have ferrets.
Do you
I
want
want a
ferrets?
ferret.
Because a ferret can have like a little mask like raccoon.
There you go. There you go.
She puts the ravens back.
Zach
She
is
holds
trying
up.
to like egg this.
This is a
Make
ferret.
a decision.
Let's go.
Make a decision.
These are
It's gonna
ferrets.
take
Each are
forever.
2 galleons.
Wait, and how much was the crow cost?
3 galleons for both.
Ferret.
I love that you guys get you. This is just supposed to be a fun picking animal. But it's like,
I
oh no.
didn't anticipate.
No, you're good. This is awesome.
Should I just come back? Can I come back?
Get the ferrets. Maz, I love you
I
so
don't-
much. Get the ferrets.
An animal is a commitment for life.
What are you two doing?
life is very
Your mother has found you both. I just
Maz can't decide again.
go for Pete's sake. I'm sorry. Do you want an animal? Just take pudding. Share with Clay.
No.
I want my
So-
own animal, Mum.
He's like, pudding's kind of rubbish if you talk about it.
Don't talk about
Don't talk about it. Like, wait, hold the music. Don't you dare talk about women like that.
Pudding's garbage. I mean, honestly, you can barely fly.
He's perfect the way.
I don't think he's got bones in his left side. That's why we're calling him pudding.
Listen, no,
Have you ever
Mom,
touched pudding? You put your hand and you go straight into an owl. It's just
I diverted from my brother back to mom. I'm like,
your mom
besides-
just your mom just. I'm sorry. Do you want an owl? Pay for an
So-
owl. If you want a bird, pay for a bird. But let's go. What?
She's deciding because they didn't have any foxes. She's kind of wanting an animal that's fuzzy but can steal things. But she didn't want a crow. So now we're looking.
I'm sorry. I'm not allowing you
okay,
both to buy
okay,
animal to
yes.
quote steal things.
No, not like
That's
that.
not
You
my
mean,
deal,
no,
Mum.
in the
That's
sense
not
of
my
that
deal.
kind of animal, that kind of
Wait, okay,
hand animal.
Zach, let me handle this. Thank you.
I might just.
So
I
that's
can
you.
buy you a ferret.
Mum, okay,
Yes.
you can get a ferret. I
Okay.
could get a normal raven, one with 2 eyes.
Yeah.
No offense to these cool chaps, but
Come on.
okay, wait. I wanna. I
They're
don't
so
know how perceptive I
cool,
would be as a like 11-year-old, but I don't know. Can the ravens do anything else except play checkers?
Probably learn chess.
But like any like cool magic tricks or whatever.
She looks at the raven. I'm sorry. They have an eye that can be shared uniformly, no matter what. I don't know what else cooler.
Honestly, that's cool.
In terms of a raven, that's kind of a pinnacle right there.
Okay.
Bodily autonomy to be shared with another species, same species, that's kind of a big deal.
Okay. Ferret You just get 2 ravens.
Okay, sure.
Alright, here's the ravens. 3 galleons, ferret, 2 galleons, please.
Cool. I still want to be put on a list for raccoons.
Yes,
so-
I put your name, Miss Moss. She takes your guys' information. Leaving the store, your mom is like, let's go home kind of vibe, and not like, gosh, shopping turned into a whole thing. I just wanted to get it over with, and you still need to pack. And
I packed.
we all are now going to do a bit of a cut, as obviously this would have been at some point in December. We are now back just a few weeks ago, and it is September the 1st. As we see multiple, whether through flu powder to neighboring like wizarding places, being driven by parents, walked, all of you slowly arrive at King's Cross Station. Arriving at King's Cross, of course, muggles are everywhere, and while you don't stand out physically, your bags and animals and monkeys and giant golden eagle and like lots of animals.
It's a young one.
As you are all entering, at one point, like I'll say, like a muggle guard stops you and your dad and your family.
I have it on my arm with the
Right,
gloves
just
and everything.
Right, and you have the proper license. Your father just, yes, of course, we do right here, and like very subtly confides to her. Well, look at the time. You can't let a muggle wonder why you're carrying an eagle. As you all arrive going through the gate between 9 and 10, passing through, smoke rising in the air from the haze, multiple people yelling, people in robes, people in muggle clothes, animals and pets, people showing off what they got over the summer. All of you have some quick moments with your parents. Obviously, Cody, your family your brother gives you a big wink as he gives you the subtle bag he's been holding. That, because your parents check out your bag, so it's not like, here you go. You two with your stuff. Your mom, of course, giving you your letters of here's how to act, here's the plan, like here's your procedures, like give you like, and just little things too, like little potions and medicines. Mara, it's just your mom. Your dad stayed behind with the triplets because like taking them through triplets to Hogwarts, one of them would find their way to Hogwarts, the other one would die under the Hogwarts Express. Like you can't take 3 toddlers that are half goblin and not expect chaos. So it's that like your mom decided to take you. And all of you are there in varying degrees. James, you're there with both your parents, your mom having just taken work. Going through all these. Brigitte, you're actually there. Your mom is at work, and your dad has, it's this very beautiful, like, silk baby holder as your little sister, kind of like asleep in that, like, slump, like she's got the beanie on her head, just, like, off to the side, as your dad's helping you pack. All of you are getting ready. The one thing we do have to do, Graham, as you are on the platform, your mom's kind of looking around in wonder, right? She's looking at everything, and at one point your dad pulls you over into a slight corner. Just, right, now, Graham, you're gonna do great at the school. Hey, I got something for you.
What are you doing?
He pulls out a small parcel. Just, right, don't open it until you're alone in your common room, wherever that may be. Now don't judge. But you should try to
It's getting an illegal room.
Don't
No
open it.
way! I'll actually
Whatever
punch
you
someone.
do,
My character will
don't, please, I cannot stress this enough, don't even rip the package until you are alone. Oh, I love you, son. It gives you a big old hug.
I love you too, Dad.
Slips it into your bag as loading up.
If it's... Oh, maybe it's one that expands. I was thinking, if it's small enough to fit in his bag...
But I'm thinking he opens it and it expands.
Brigitte, you, of course, are saying, your father just...
Yeah.
We shall write very often as you wish. Your mother, she of course had some work at the ministry. They are dealing with some of those, how you say, people.
Those peasant folk.
Those peasant. No, it's that you see your dad. No, the what do you call them?
The racist?
They've got the pictures. Yes, the photographer. Oui. Lots of press, the new minister talking. James, you're talking. Wabby, of course, just loading up all your stuff. Your parents, Do very well, James. We shall expect an owl, of course, no later than next week. Please tell us how your life is going on at school. Make us proud. Of course. As you are all slowly getting ready, your mom gives you a big hug, of course, Mara. Just like, you're gonna be great. Of course, I love you. I trust you. Just whatever you do, just please don't antagonize people.
I won't if they don't.
You know that's not how the world works, alright? People are going to be dicks no matter what you do to them. As she says that, Mara, you see the man that your dad was scowling at before because he bumps into your mom on accident. Graham, as your dad was escorting, they stop and look at each other.
Oh, you mean like that guy?
You see your mother, yes, like him. Graham, your dad
I feel like you
has turned a shade of like purple, just right.
Yeah, they're definitely exes.
Right. Nice to see you, Jenny. And just she goes, nice to see you too, Thomas. And they're just like staring daggers. And they're not talking. Like you two are right there.
I'm gonna like send quizzical looks like at our parents. I'd be like silently like, do you know what's going on?
Your dad breaks first. Speaks. Graham, meet your cousin Mara. You see Jenny.
No,
Mara, this is your cousin Graham. They're not introducing each other, is what you
Not
notice.
together because they're not from the south.
They're not
Sweet
from
home
Alabama.
Alabama.
I think I saw you in Diagon, yeah?
What was that?
I think I saw you in Diagon, yeah?
Aye, just for a wee bit there, passing out
Yeah, about
all
the
the
ones,
vendors.
yeah.
Aye.
Wonderful. Your dad gives you a curt, do good at school, Graham.
Aye, da.
Stares again, Dags, as your mom just, love you, Mara, and like shoots the dirtiest of looks at.
It's just like, have I heard about this side of the family? Do I know why?
Your
it's
mom
so
doesn't
strange?
talk about her side of the family.
Okay.
Is your mom like
Graham, you've never
your mom?
once heard your father mention
No, wait,
any cousin or family
She's
relation.
not.
As far as you knew, it was like it was me and dad and mom. Like this is a wild revelation. As you two are kind of your parents like are like it's not like not that they're abandoning you, but it's like they're walking opposite directions.
Bye,
As,
Mom. Love ya.
love you.
Glad I said
Love you! Like just super loud.
Love you too, no!
What's with them?
As you guys can load up onto the train. Make a roll. Brigitte, as you're getting on,
That's
it's
fun.
the
I'm
I
excited
would not
for
have
that.
expected you
Brigitte,
to
as you're
Yeah.
walking onto the train, it's this very like because what you immediately know is you've never been prepped for this. There are compartment cars, and you're noticing they're filling up, and I would love for you to make me an investigation to figure out what car you go to.
Knowing my character, she'd want to be in her own car, so she could look at that.
Try to so they go with that like find one at first.
Brigitte
Gotcha.
and James getting along really well and being that multiplication of
What was
bougie
it?
energy.
Investigation.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what
The
is
biggest
it?
snobs at school.
Yeah, like this like, snobbish energy.
So-
Just
So we're
13.
gonna make sure this breaks off and clicks, right?
absolutely.
Brigitte, as you enter a car,
Otherwise, it wouldn't be.
looking
genuine
pretty
school
empty,
experience.
but as you like set your bag down, you as you realize you have plopped your bag completely onto a student. This guy,
Whoa.
jet black hair. It is like not slick back, but again, this is not James. Actually, for anyone curious.
It's him!
No, this kid looks at you with like a kind of like weird look. Just watch what you're putting your bags.
It's a Malfoy.
My she just starts going off in French.
French. Oh, you French. All right.
I was expecting something
She's
else.
just gonna pick up her bags and leave. Like she's.
This dude is like, as you, I'm gonna say it's that
My
like,
dad saved the whole
I
wizard
don't-
world.
kind of like actually your face is like super flushed and now like and now just anywhere. And quickly you walk into a compartment with a very very tall dude and a very very small girl. And it's just that like whatever. As you two are like in that, I assume it'd be that like natural like so. Are we related?
Yeah, we're like pulling out the family trees.
So do you got your family history app? No.
Relatives around me?
Relative
wait,
finder?
wait, you guys don't have phones.
James, go ahead and give me an investigation check on like sitting arrangements. Because Mars and Zach, I assume you guys are probably gonna sit together.
Investigation.
Investigation, please.
You're not gonna.
Just wins not sitting.
Yeah, then.
19 plus
When we get to
14. And I think the way I'll go about it is like I'll just start walking up to people that look like potential employees and being like, do you know where the black car is?
Do you what? He's trying to. Sorry?
Do you know where the black car is?
I'm sorry. Go mental this one. Like most people aren't answering because it's like black car. The train's red, you moron. Like they think you're acting really weird. It's just this like they keep walking away.
I love this.
After a while, there are a few cars left. Like everything's filling up. Most everything seems to have a person or two or three, and you have yet to find any black car, unfortunately.
They must not have got the notification.
As I'm gonna say, you enter into a cart with a girl who's sitting very like awkward, like trying not to look at them, and these two very Scottish kids who are just kind of like jabbering. Right, so do you know the McAlley? Like no, and they're just like going off.
Okay, I'll just sit down and be silent.
You guys want this kid enters, it doesn't say a word.
Like, and then we just go straight back
Like-
to like.
And you go ahead.
At least that was my thought. I don't know.
Yeah,
what are you
probably.
So, I would immediately go for the back of the train.
Very
just
back.
'cause it would have like the little thing at the end. And, like, you
I know.
grab
Oh,
the
I know.
outside. Anyways, and then once I get there, I would look for like the only normal person I could find. Because there's not that many.
So you're
normal
like
people.
listening for the only
You
normal.
listen for
definitely still in
no.
my
You
mind.
listen
I'm-
in, and you hear someone kind of like maybe talking to or maybe just like in an American accent, not British. That's why you notice it. No perception because
I
they do
guess
not
that
like.
you hear the
You
normal.
hear someone speaking English and not in a British accent.
Like
Here's
poke
someone
my
speaking
head into
American.
like the little window on the
You poke
path.
in. Leah, the kid who put his hand in his mouth, who you thought you saw Hogwarts, is now looking at you through a window in a cart. In the back of the train.
Oh, well, I knock with my left hand because my right arm is carrying an eagle.
If I see the eagle, I'm
Is your
like,
right
okay.
hand torn off?
You open it, and you enter in.
Howdy. You sound
Howdy.
normal.
Yeah.
Are you American?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
Thank you. Finally.
As the two American exchanges, oh thank goodness! They're so weird.
My family specializes with animals.
Dude.
So
And Mars and Zach making your way to the back of the train. There is one other cart in the very back with only two people inside, one of which is holding a giant eagle.
What? I love how he glosses over the monkey.
I kind of think I
It's like
I go
your
over.
first action, you're not gonna
I go-
notice a small. It's a shoulder monkey, right? It's a little capuchin,
Yeah,
and like,
it's Loki.
and that's a monkey. That's an eagle.
I love it. Because most people aren't gonna know what Loki is because they don't
Can
care
I-
about
They
monkeys.
got
can I
kinda
start
weird
like
animals
trying
with
to
this.
like
Oh.
play with her
Lucky
monkey?
was
Can I
with-
make like an animal handling?
Oh, definitely make an animal
I'll go
handling.
ahead and I assume that I've been able to like get some sort of relationship with Loki at this point, so I'm gonna be like, he's good. Like, don't do anything to him.
What's your monkey's name?
Don't
Loki.
feel bad.
Loki.
Oh yeah, love it. Mom probably did not appreciate the name.
Oh, not at all. It's that like really kind of vibe, but it's like your
So
monkey.
she's helping me, you could say.
Oh, I'm still trying to figure out.
Yes.
It's all good.
Thank
Um,
I'll get better.
You guys
know.
know, knock on the door. These two twins that you guys kind of bumped into at some point in Diagon Alley that you've seen around.
What if we sit with you? Everybody gets spanked.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just let me move my eagle.
Oh, yeah, no,
There's,
fine. We go
and
sit
I
down
will
now.
say, like, it's one of those, like, you have, like, an expandable, like, cage that you can put your eagle in when you get there. So you can, like, even, like,
Well,
put it
I,
up
I
there.
hang the cage up and then
The
I
monkey, a
just tell him
ferret.
to.
It's like he's in that, like,
Shoot like
middle.
gross.
This is your eagle. Oh, excuse me. This eagle does have a name. I need to tell it to you. This is Theodore.
This is Theodore. I've known him since he was an egg.
Since he was an egg.
Yes.
And you guys all have an interesting ride to Hogwarts. I will say, there's like light talking. It's that very like, of course.
Howdy.
Well, for James, I don't know how much you would talk, but there's a lot of.
Yeah.
I feel like at some point we'd at least get through introductions.
Yeah,
More or
yeah.
less.
Yeah, like names, like first year.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ohio.
Oh, okay. I'm from Wyoming.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
about the same population of nobody.
Yeah. I've been out west. It's actually really nice.
It's really pretty out there.
Yeah, it's
Never
good.
been.
There is a knock on
Don't-
your fore compartment. Brigitte, you look up. It is the guy from earlier.
Okay, so I'm gonna just go beat Ren. My hair's gonna start turning pink.
As
Dang it!
as it slightly turns pink, he opens the door.
So my goal is to like try to keep it under control,
Yeah.
but like it's this is the second time, so it's
Second.
gonna turn a little pink.
As he opens the door, just is this your hairbrush? And yes, it fell out of your bag when you threw it. He like tosses it at you and walks away.
It's the same energy. He's like, fix it.
It's fine.
I mean, but seriously, he came and gave her the hairbrush back. I
Yeah.
mean,
Character development.
That was
Yeah.
cute.
James, cute.
Someone's got a boyfriend.
James,
Pinker and pinker.
And you guys know it's very pink hair.
Do we
Yes.
know what about metamorphosis is?
Not at all. This random girl who's staying with you, her hair's turning pink.
Boy, how are you doing that with your hair?
Oi!
That's cool.
These two Scottish
And
kids.
also, what's his name? Come on, tell us about the hair.
I love this, like, yeah, Brigitte's so like, it's just like, pinker. Because it's like that. Have you ever had someone tell you not to do something, and then it's like, I can't help but do this?
So she's gonna go in the only way she knows. She's gonna non comprehend. Like she's never understood anything. If she just does it in French, like, oh comprehend.
I was just gonna say,
Oh, you're still learning English.
Elle est anglaise. Yeah, full French, and none of you speak French.
So she's gonna go off in like French about how she doesn't want to explain who she is, blah, blah, blah. She doesn't want to understand, so she can just like learn.
Just say
And
your
then
life
as she, like,
story.
stalks it, and she just goes back to.
And-
So Mara's just gonna like kind of pantomime like cool hair type thing, which is like, oh, I guess she can't understand English, but like.
Good. Excellent. The not much else happens to say. At one point, the trolley does come
I
by.
showed them my crown.
You can show them the crows. The eye that swaps back and forth.
So
Cody
this is
fascinating.
hey, so it's like
Oh,
fake.
this is Cody. You've
Yeah.
never seen
Do you know
magical
what the
crows
fakes are?
or magical ravens before,
Yeah,
right?
question. Would the Wizarding World know much about Muggle mythology?
Yeah. Oh,
But these are
yeah.
rats,
Like
not crows.
most myths in our world, like can date back to magical creatures or animals or wizards, right? Like so, it's not like, oh yeah, Hoogan Moogan, some crows.
I mean,
So
I'm looking on it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna name them Cain and Abel
Oh.
because they're kind of going back and forth. But they like to play checkers, and I pull out a tiny mini checker set.
Oh,
that
no,
I have.
we can't.
And this is a callback to the last campaign because I had a mini chess set.
Oh,
And I'm gonna put it in their cage with them, and they start.
No, fun fact.
It's
The
on the
1st
They
of
only
September
on
of
the weekends.
2021 is on a Wednesday. They do not play. You see, one of them picks it up and
We
like
play on weekends.
No, Abel,
you can just like tip them upside down. You
Abel.
tip the checker out, the eye falls with it. The other one, Kane just like and picks it up.
Cody comes up and goes
They
up to
only
the
do it
cage
on
and
the
he
weekdays.
gets both of them and he's like, this is crazy.
And just no. Yeah. Fun fact: it doesn't make a sound. It's just like the eye just like
Oh.
falls into place.
I kind of forgot that we have these. Just it was kind of a freak accident when we were kids.
Yeah.
We got text.
Huh.
Chosen one kind of stuff.
No,
Chosen One's very well known. Like
no,
not like that Harry Potter
A
did.
lot of it's
Oh,
just
okay.
it's
I'm gonna
kind
start
of
reading. But
amazing
hey,
that we're still
it's
here.
I like that
Ooh.
This
Tolkien.
is sick.
I'm like
Yes.
waiting for you to tell us that they are like
Mara and
whatever
Graham
you
and
call
Brigitte,
them.
you
No,
guys
it's-
would notice this because Brigitte, you noticed about this kid who's been
Next
very
time,
quiet is reading that Purity and Magic
What if
book
you name it that thing?
in the white leather brown. And you guys noticed that because it was that like
No, that's
you
too
didn't
meta.
stop
That's too
much
meta.
like Graham and Mara because it wasn't like like what's he talking? Because it's like I've got more fun.
next to me or is he across from me?
I'll say he's across. Like you're on the inside because you two would have been by the window being
Yeah.
first.
Should be up there first. So I'm gonna speak up and say, that is a good book.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Chase,
Good book.
Snappy, Swift.
Yeah. No, I love it. It's James. This book is very. The first couple chapters are a lot about. It starts off as that like, where does magic come from? Who can really say? Merlin hypothesized. Like, lots of stuff. Couple chapters in, it's not even like hidden. It starts getting into some like weird themes. Like, you know, really, if anyone who can do magic isn't a wizard, should they even be allowed magic? Like, that's just a theory. Like, it's this very, like, it's all put on this footing. What you're noticing and reading the book, again, no checks needed, because this book is not heavy at all. Right? This is some dude who wrote a book.
You're
like,
reading Mein Kampf.
Right? No. What you're reading, unfortunately, is this kind of, like, gross, like, hey, I'm not, an expert, but in my opinion, and it's like, then it's like putting on these grounds to just say some stuff that even you can sit there and go, oh, that's a little, like, much? That's a little problematic. Like, you wouldn't say this out loud. This dude wasn't saying this out loud in Diagon Alley, but, you can read through this book. You get a good headway in. In not a lot of time, again, talking and figuring out each other, you do at one point, a person comes by just knocking, just saying, hey, time to get on robes. There are like bathroom and changing like compartments that you can go to, or you can, like, if people leave you change apartment.
Hear me out. By some chance,
Yeah.
do I bump into him while he's holding the book? If it's like back
No, because you guys are like on the back of the train. That's you guys aren't close enough. Even in changing, you wouldn't find it, and you wouldn't bring a book to like get dressed. As you guys all pull up to a dark and starry station, the wind blows cold as you step out onto the platform. Again, there are people immediately getting your trunks, helping grab your animals that will be escorted to your room. Of course, in the assurance of it, they know what they're doing. It's magic, which is a wild excuse, but hey, that's the life you live. As you are all standing, what you all hear immediately is a booming, right, first years this way! And for most of you looking around, the spitting image of Father Christmas, or for our American, what looks like Santa Claus, a giant man, brilliant white beard and hair. Right, first years, come along. All right. Oh, look at you. You're all looking great. Wonderful robes. Come along. Oh, it's a small one there. It kind of gives you like a little pat.
I try to get up to him. I was like, oh, do you know my brother?
Right, what's your name?
Williams. I'm Cody.
Oh, you're Connor's brother, of course. I'll have you around for tea. We need to talk. It'll be great.
Okay, so I'm gonna be sitting close to Cody, and I'm just like,
You know Santa?
This way, please, first years.
As he leads you around the bay, all the older students walking to very large carriages, these like empty carriages that kind of move. These wonderful black carriages that move on their own. Instead, walking around and down a small path leading to a large, brilliant lake. The lake is somewhat choppy, and again, the cold, blowing night air. And some of you are grateful now having these bigger robes on. It does help against the cold. As you sail across, the lake shimmers. Things seem to move. At one point, Graham, you could swear there was a tentacle. Mars, like, was that a person looking at you?
What would happen? Can Mara just, like, wave her wand at the surface of the lake and try and make something happen?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Oh, Arcana.
Roll a 1. Do
you
it.
said I swear I saw a person.
That's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You said I saw a person?
But, like,
Wait,
underwater.
the sheet's different,
Right,
so, like,
yeah,
what's
so
Arcana?
Arcana isn't very wide.
Oh, it's, yes, magical theory. Sorry.
So that's gonna be a dirty 20.
Nice.
Go ahead and make a roll for wild magic, please.
Oh, boy.
Right now, it's a nat 1.
Oh, that's nat 20.
Okay, cool.
So next time it'll be a 2.
A 1 or a 2. You wave your the water seems to, and in a roller coaster of twirls comes up and around and splashes into the water. As the water splashes, it ripples the water that was already kind of choppy, and Mars, this face is gone.
I want to see
Alright, so I assume the four of us that were in the train car.
Yeah.
Yes, it's that very like, four to a boat. All right.
Why
You do
would
not
you do that?
to see that face.
I was curious. I thought it was cool.
Stuff like that's really dangerous.
As you pull up, this man, this giant Father Christmas.
I need
The
to
chaos
Um,
is strong with this one.
I know I'm supposed to be the smart one, but that sounds so fun.
That sounds so fun! It's bloody fun, I want it! Give me the face!
I'm like pulling her Mars.
Mars.
Mars,
Or that's what you would introduce you by.
Yeah, I'm Mars.
we're gonna get along.
Honestly, I kind of hope that all of us are in the same house. That'd be a lot of fun.
As you pull up to the shore, this giant Father Christmas just...
I see her do something with
Right.
my like,
Are you both... Go ahead and you can both make me an Arcana check together if you're both doing it.
Okay, sorry. I'm really excited.
Make a... This is a magical theory.
What's that in?
Probably intelligence. Oh, that's intelligence. So, 14 for me.
Oh, bloody hell.
Nice.
It's like a 5.
Oh.
You both play Noir, and Zach, nothing happens. Mars, you hit, and the water kind of...
What is yours do?
And Zach, nothing happens.
Never mind.
You'll grow into it.
Right, first years. Welcome. My name is Hagrid. I'm the groundskeeper here at Hogwarts, and we're so happy to have you here. Now, you all look nice and tight. Let's get you all fed. Head up these stairs, please. And as you walk up the stairs into this sprawling castle, candles floating through the air, and everything's very quiet. You're not seeing a lot of people. What you all can see, though, is entering in, there are portraits that move and look and just whisper, the new first years are here. Welcome. I wonder if they'll be good. And as you walk along, eventually, you are greeted by a rather portly man, very bald with wrinkles.
I will just say, because this will be important for future years,
Yes.
especially, that I will be politely greeting each and every portrait, and like introducing myself and getting to know their name and trying to commit
yes.
it to memory.
That kind of
You're
like,
such a
oh,
Slytherin.
hello, welcome. Good to see you. Yes, Cody.
Can I see if there's any famous magic zoologists?
What I will say
Yes!
Cryptozoologist.
That'd be so dope.
is right now, like, there's like some, like in that like this plaque says like, dragon tamer, or this person discovered 12 different uses of magic seaweed. Like, there's like, because it's very a variety again, and you get this feeling. What you guys are noticing, I'll say, as you're like looking into pictures, these are all either like alumni of Hogwarts or just famous wizards, and not just from England, but from all over the world.
Here's a question. Are there any non-human portraits?
Why is that guy in round
You don't
glasses
see
a
any.
drag?
She'll be riding 6 foot.
No, not that cool. That's the weirdest. Well, I'll show you all later. But you do see a large portly man in lovely, kind of like muted emerald robes. Just, welcome, first years. Welcome, gather round. Oh, you all look wonderful. Pink cheeks from the cold. No problem.
Okay, sorry, that was kind of
Yes, sir. My name is Professor Horace Slughorn. I am the deputy headmaster. Professor McGonagall, the headmistress of the school, has asked me to help escort you all into the hall. Now, a few points of order. As you go in, we will enter this grand hall, the Great Hall. Please be advised. As you go in, we will be having the sorting. Please be on your best behavior. And again, not to worry, whatever has you sorted into your rooms and packages and all manner of animals will be delivered as well.
Oh, so we don't get to take our animals into the Great Hall?
No, not at all, man. Oh, can you imagine? You see, he's like kind of confined. He's not like offended. It's just that funny. Like, can you imagine if every student brought in their animals their first
Doesn't
year?
matter if mine is very well behaved, others
There'd be more poop than food.
Even though the owls deliver mail to the Great Hall.
But not everyone's a well-trained male owl. Like, I don't know if your Monkey Loki's gonna do great. It's that very... Now please, first years, follow me.
I just got a big bump up.
Professor Slughorn leads you all up further stairs, and as you are entering into this basis, you see, he just said, please wait here for a moment, and enters through the doors closing them behind him. As you are all sitting here, there is a lot of apprehension as the doors are waiting. And Leah, as you are watching the doors, you feel something wet and sticky being shoved into your ear, and turn, and there's nothing there.
Peeves.
Oh.
It go first, yes! As like now the other ear gets slammed in with used chewing gum as a full poster guy's wearing these weird like kind of old, almost gesturing, but he was like, little firsties, right? What do you get me? Get this little gum in your ears? Come here, you! And he's like starting to chase students around with
Okay, I'm
gum.
going to address to Peas and be like, can you teach me how to do that?
You want to learn?
Yes.
And zips out through the hall.
Okay, I'm gonna have
You
to
don't
try and
stop,
figure stuff out with him.
You can get the going. It's really gross. Just like I don't want to know who chewed this. You can throw it.
Friends with him.
And as that happens, you see the grand hall opens. Entering in, candles with a starry night sky up ahead where there should be roof. Students around, all looking at you, walking down the hallway. Again, against the back wall, there are giant hourglasses full of rubies, emeralds, sapphires, and topaz in various, all up in the upper top. You see, again, each student's wearing reds, greens, yellows, and blues. Everyone's looking at you. Again, it's a little embarrassing. I will say, Brigitte, go ahead and make me just a pure intelligence check. It's not a terrible DC. This isn't like a DC 20. This is like a DC 4.
Let's see if I start changing colors.
Just because this is huge anxiety, we're going to say, right? In this. Oh, yeah, and that one would be great. What's your intelligence?
15, so it's a 4.
4 makes it. A 4 makes it. 4 is the DC. You're keeping it. It was like you're still on the fringe of that like dude who's like again. You're like opposite and like of this group of first years. Like he's over here, cool. I'm here. Like because it is that like he's looking at you. And that like
Okay, like ships are already happening apparently.
As you all enter in, standing at
August.
yes.
Can I like keep like a? I want to know his name so I don't have to best avoid him.
Go ahead and make me this is an investigation check to try to figure out his name from like kind of as
maybe that, and
his
if I
name.
don't hear it then I want to make sure I'm catching it
listening,
wrong.
I will say
called
maybe
up
it's
to
a
the
little
hat.
metagaming. Yeah, if you wait a few minutes, you'll figure it out very well.
I'm honestly.
I'm gonna do it anyway because I just want to know.
Go for it. I'm curious.
What is it? What was the?
This investigation.
Okay.
So now you're asking around about this guy.
I know. I'm like, I just wait for her to be like Brigitte or whatever his last name is on her papers.
9. You're getting that like,
Girls.
who's that kid? And other students are like, I don't know. Shh, they're gonna notice. Like it's that like, shh, no, stop, ew. As like again, Hergy whispers. As you all step, Horace Slughorn walks up. As you see, sitting behind in a large golden throne, a woman, beautiful navy blue with slight starry stars, hat and gown, is a much older woman, very stern, lines across her face, but regarding you all with interest. As Professor Slughorn steps up, I will now read your names. If your name is read, please come forward and you will be sorted into your houses. And with that, we are going to swords.
Oh my gosh, guys! There's the big moments.
We got
Um, What I have to ask, to give you guys...
We're all Hufflepuff.
We're all just average.
What I need is when I call your name, you'll go up and I actually would love for you to close your eyes. Because this will be in your head. Again, everyone will hear. I'm not going to like make people leave. That'd be insane.
Don't have a sorting hat.
I don't. I
You
spent
don't have
too
a
much-
choosy
I
hat?
was preparing
It's a
for FanX more than the
You
session.
should have let me know like a week ago.
I made you one!
because My siblings
Yeah,
have
stop.
like 5 witches hats.
I
I
know.
could have
Choosy
brought
hat.
one.
This escape.
As you all are standing there, Professor Slughorn, Marissa Abbott,
I'm
poison
fine.
now. You guys are.
Or rather, sorry, I should say Abbott Marissa.
Do I correct it?
Okay,
You-
no,
You
it's
see,
fine.
you can walk up. There is a stool. It's that like Tisel Stooling has a hat to place on your head.
Right,
You want this?
alright.
I'm giving like big
As
thumbs
you
up
sit
before
down-
you go under.
He places the hat on your
Cody
head.
is too.
Now I know.
Go ahead and close your eyes.
Imagine she asked that.
And I do want to ask everyone, this is... Let's be quiet. Yes, interesting. Intelligence flows through your brain. Wonderful. Loyalty to family. Ah, siblings, I know your brother well. But let's see. Ah, I know where to put you. Ravenclaw! Huge erupting cheers coming from across the hall as the Ravenclaws, like, first student to the Ravenclaw house, as you're, like, Slughorn kindly gestures at a seat there.
5 points to Raven.
And, immediately you're sat down. People are kind of, like, clapping on the back, greeting themselves, but, like, too many names, right? This whole, Abbott Zachary! And Zach, you step up and put the hat on.
So I have something to say to you. I know that you're gonna do, the whole scanning thing, whatever. I need to be with my sister. I know that I'm not
Loyal to your sister, fierce
No,
will to
that's
protect.
conductive.
That is, in fact, very Hufflepuff. Let me see. Yes? Alright. I believe I've got it. Ravenclaw! Again, huge clapping as you're getting Ravenclaw from the Sorting Hat.
Interesting.
This is what you want.
Yeah.
Sorting Hat does take into account sometimes. As we continue on. Not Slytherin, not Slytherin, not Slytherin!
Most iconic moment from the first one.
Yeah.
A ball carry walks up. This guy. You see, Marissa. This guy, like, I will just say, like, very attractive. This is like the
This is like graduation,
that's a
but
11. He looks
it must
18.
take
Like chiseled jaw
Wait,
kind of
what did you
vibe.
say his name was?
This is Carrie Ball. Is his name?
Okay.
His last name is
Ball.
Ball. Ball.
It's better than long bottom.
Sits in after a moment. You see the Sorting
We're
Hat.
making fun of names now, really?
You see the Sorting Hat. Slytherin! As Slytherin House erupts in cheers. As he gets up, he catches your eye, he winks in that devil-may-care. Just like, hey, you got sorted before
punch
me.
wind underneath the table.
And goes through.
What's your mug?
Black James!
No, it's okay. It was empty.
Go up.
And James, you sit down.
Gryffindor!
None of them. You go to the house of.
Shh. Everyone was quiet for yours. We'll show respect. Yes. James Black. Interesting. Strong desires to prove yourself. Willingness to do what you want. Cunning, yes, but also very intelligent indeed. And tricky. James, this is taking a while. Like, you're hearing the Sorting Hat go back and forth. All you notice, this takes quite a bit. Interesting. Now, you have ambition, yes. But you also have the willingness to do what you can do. Where to put you, indeed. James, in this moment, I will say, you remember one of your goals is to stand out. And you feel like you might ask the Sorting Hat this. Stand out, Mr. James Black. Stand out. Well, let's see. Yes, you will stand out here. I know. Gryffindor!
Yeah, you're gonna stand out.
You, like, again, Gryffindor is the first Gryffindor to be sorted. Gryffindor is cheering very loudly. As you are escorted over there, you sit down.
Right?
As you watch, quite a few names goes by. Booth Harmony is another Gryffindor. This girl, as Brooks Billy goes to Ravenclaw. Carter Sasha makes the first Hufflepuff, this girl that goes in. As many lines go down. And as Matthews Dane, another guy, goes to Slytherin, you hear McAllister Mara. Mara, you got very matter of fact. Say, yes, interesting. Quite a lot of trouble, yes. But also intelligence with that. You know what you're doing. But there's more to that. It's not just intelligence. Yes. I think I see what you are. Hufflepuff!
Oh,
As Hufflepuffs cheer.
This looks green.
This is green.
It's a little green. Sorry. No.
More
it's-
green.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's as yellow as it's
Oh,
getting.
there we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's very
I
yellow.
was like,
As Mara,
Yeah, that
Hufflepuffs cheer you on. Like, this is not bad. And immediately after, McGregor Graham. And Graham, you come up to the Sorting Hat. Ah, like your father and cousin, almost. Yes, I do see family with you. You have a strong connection. But hesitancy, I see. Oh, no? Yes. Yes, you do appreciate these values. But I see your heart there, Graham. Interesting. I know you. Gryffindor! As again, that subtle, you hear that like cheer from your dad all the way in Scotland. As stepping forward again, sitting down next to James, as well as Harmony, this other boy, Tate, female Sapphire was her name, as you join these Gryffindor first years. And again, immediately after, we hear Monet, Brigitte. You come on, you put the hat on.
Just
And
burst the
as you close your eyes, you hear that voice. French student. Yes. Yes, great wizarding power runs through your family. Vastly intelligent, a need, a desire to be the best. But, no. It's more than just intelligence, there's a willingness to act. Interesting. I know you. Slytherin! I would say full. It's the great cheers come up from the Slytherins as you sit down. You sit next to the first Slytherin. There hasn't been much. There was Carrie Ball in the beginning. There was like a Valerie and Dane. And not long after, actually, there is a Elliot Richards that gets sort of Slytherin. As you all hear Rosier Charles. And the boy
that's a
that
loaded name.
you...
Rosier. Is he French?
Yes.
Or actually, I guess the English would call it Rosier. Like,
Well,
they
that's
would
one
put
of
the R.
names. It's from the. So I'm just saying, it's
Are you
loaded
gonna
name.
metagame my
Yes, I'm
names?
metagaming and just
Alright.
pointing out there's history.
As this boy, Charles Rosier, comes and sits down,
You're sitting here playing games.
and as you watch, he pauses. The Sorting Hat is placed on his head, and after a few moments, Slytherin! And he comes and sits right beside you, Brigitte. And he gives you a look,
Here
just,
we go.
welcome to the house. Sick.
I love how he was sorted after, and he says, "Welcome to."
I know, I love that.
Can she just go?
And as it's I'll say it's like putting up your wizard hood in that like no.
Do you
no,
realize we're all going to be teasing you forever about this?
And as Thomas
Forever.
Chris gets sorted into Ravenclaw, we hear Thompson Leonidas. And Leah, you walk up.
I'm honestly not going to be very meh. I'll just be meh about the whole process.
You sit down,
My last name is Armor.
Yep.
and
When we got
as
married, did it change?
sorry, as Leah, you feel the hat placed on your head. You close your eyes and you feel, interesting. Good power, good head on your shoulders. Willingness to act, but, Yes, willingness to act and understand yourself and others. That's a good answer. Slytherin!
Ooh.
As the Slytherin house cheers again, you come and sit down. You didn't see Brigitte, but like you've noticed, like, oh, that was Monet, Brigitte, and Rosie and Charles. Like, as you sit down, and as the final, what you notice actually is after you, Leah, there's a Warner Robin that goes to Ravenclaw, but Watts, Drew, Webbs, Ashley, and Wells, Leslie, all are sorted into Slytherin 3 as well, filling up your table. As Williams, Cody.
I'm the last one.
As you are the last first year, Cody, it's kind of that pressure of like, oh, you're the last one. Everyone's very curious. And you feel, as you sit down, hat over your eyes, not even sure really how you sat down, but now you're here, and your eyes close, and you hear the Sorting Hat talk. Yes, Cody Williams. Interesting. Not a fondness for rules or regulation, but there is intelligence there, yes. Good power, good head on your shoulders, a love of family and bond. But yes, I now see truly where you belong. Gryffindor! As the
Interesting.
Gryffindor house cheers again, getting this last kid.
I'm the only
I'm in
one.
the worst house.
I'm the only one in my first year in my house.
As you all sit at your tables.
I sit down with these
Three guys. Very interesting. We will talk about that later. As you all sit down,
Oh
James
no.
and-
It's like Marauders Part 2. Yep.
as you all sit at your
Electric
table,
Boogaloo.
More like Marauders
Professor
Part 3.
Slughorn,
Yeah, fair. That's
he
completely
rolls
fair.
up, like, kind of like, it's that weird, like, oh, with this big belly, how do I also take a stool and a hat? But eventually, he picks it up. It's a little funny. You can laugh. And as you all watch him walk off, you see Professor and Headmistress McGonagall stands. She raises a hand. Again, the buzz of sorting dies down. Welcome, students, to Hogwarts. We are very pleased to have you here with us this evening. And we are glad that our first years have been sorted, and as a good friend of mine said, with a few words, dig in. And you see she waves her hand very gracefully as you look down, food has appeared all over. Chicken and potatoes, roasted turnips and roasted carrots, everything you can imagine. And again, very hungry after only eating, snacks on the train. You all
Having to sit
dig
through
into
the
this
entire
feast.
sorting ceremony.
Oh, that's the worst part, especially when you're last. Like, watching everyone else go. You all dig in, and again, start talking. The three of you kind of seem together as being like these three boys sorted into Gryffindor.
Where are
Brigitte.
y'all from?
From Scotland.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm from here. I'm from here.
I'm from here. I'm from here. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna make so many accent mistakes. There's no judgment here. As you all eat and talk, Brigitte, you're noticing that Charles, he's making conversation. Everyone so are you all from?
Ohio.
What's Ohio?
America.
Oh, you're one of the Americans.
Yeah,
Lovely.
I'm one of the better ones.
What is America like?
Well, it must be. I mean,
Better?
you wouldn't be in Slytherin unless you were the best.
I mean, France is better than here, so...
Yes.
You see,
It's so...
why do you think France is better than here?
Have you seen the Eiffel Tower?
Not much to talk about. My parents and I went to France the other year. You just get really quiet. You see, he waits for a response, gets down, and just alright, eats. You two are sitting at the Ravenclaw table. You do have your oh, now I have to here. Let me.
Can I
Sort
get up
by-
and squeeze in between Bridget and Charles?
House. There we go. You sit between Brigitte and
Yeah,
Charles.
like, Charles,
You can.
over.
It's not oh, and just lets you do it, but it's all right.
Hey.
Hey. I'm gonna whisper in her ear, so handsome, so
Oh my goodness.
Him?
This is how.
Oh no, he's high! Yeah, it's that one. Dang it!
Total Jane Austen moment.
Can she like look behind you?
Yeah, Mars, you can look. Fun fact: the Slytherin table is right next to the Ravenclaw table.
What's the guy's name?
Oh, the one who winked at you, right? This was Carrie Ball.
Carrie.
You see Carrie catches your eye and just does a. And what I will say finally,
He's a hoe.
August has been
James.
planning the ships apparently.
James, what you notice is the girl, her name Sapphire George was, and Short in Gryffindor, keeps awkwardly looking at you, but every time you ever look in that direction, is immediately into her food.
Okay, I'll start a conversation with her.
Hi, Sapphire.
Oh, she's so cute.
James. How's it going?
Good. You're in Gryffindor. I'm in Gryffindor.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Wow.
I'm from Wales.
Oh, cool. My brother was in Wales just the other day.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so this your first year?
What do you, like, is, are you your first year too? It's, yeah.
You're really good, like.
Try the pudding, gives you just like, puts it, and like shoves one in her mouth and just starts chewing.
That's
I
delicious.
make eye contact with him and just wink.
Try the pudding, it's delicious.
Try the grey stuff is delicious.
Yeah.
That's
We're not sponsored by
Mara, you're getting you're getting to talk, like, there's some other around, like,
Are there any other Hufflepuff first years?
there's others, like, I had to do skips, like, there's like some, like, one, Sasha and Betty are talking to you, these other girls are like, oh, like, I'm Sasha and Betty, talking to you. There's like some like Jackson and Maxwell, these other first year boys. There's like enough. You're actually noticing there's about 4 other first year girls as well. So you have like a full house.
Can
I've been through worse.
Can Zach make the assumption, because we have the same face, and it's not like Zach is full of himself, but they kind of want to know if anyone's looking at them like that.
But my passive perception is so bad.
I know it is. You notice nothing. If you want to make an active investigation, you may.
I would love to make an active.
Oh, let's go back to Harry Potter.
I'm
This
getting
is-
some.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, we got the same face. I got more scars. Let's use more scars.
Who's into scars here?
Ayo, who in disguise?
As an 11-year-old, he was in disguise.
Physical or emotional?
I have more.
I mean, both.
Yes.
We've got both of those.
Active investigation, which is intelligence, which is nothing.
That's
18.
Okay. Minus for your intelligence?
Nope, only my wisdom.
Here's what I will say. You, Zach, look your. It's not like, okay, well, Mars has some dude looking at her. Come on. Like, as you look around.
I'm open. I'll take us.
Yeah.
Either way, if you take me, you're straight or you're gay.
You look around.
Either way, doesn't matter.
I love it.
Are you gay
In the
straight
middle,
or straight
in the middle of the
No,
hall.
I don't actually stand up and say.
What I will say, because what I felt
Especially
to
as 11.
what you two notice, because this is like passive perception not needed, there were 2 other twins sorted into Ravenclaw, Alicia and Billy. These 2 girls. Billy looks at you, this girl. She's got kind of like short red hair. You give that smile, she just, and like whispers something to Alicia, and Alicia just, and they both look at their food.
When I want to play it,
You've got an ugly freaking scar on your face, and it's just that. Oh.
I think that like.
Oh gosh, she just scared the crap out of her.
Guys, don't listen to him.
On an 18.
I'm not even there.
Yeah,
But
that's.
18, do I know if it's fear or if it's just...
It's more just like apprehension. They look over this other first year, hey, like big old scar, and they're just like, these 2 twin girls.
We have a lot of people in a very small
I
area.
have to say, and like, what before this ends, I'm gonna mumble. It's That's it.
Your scars
Um,
are bigger than mine.
People are in disguise, right?
As you all finish up, the meal is delicious. After the end, Professor McGonagall stands. you see that she opens up her hands. Jared comes down to just, again, welcome students. Welcome to Hogwarts. We're so proud to have you at this wonderful wizarding establishment. Now, before we get too far into the sleep, I must go over a couple of rules. First things first, it must be recognized that this year, as always, we will not have any unauthorized trips into the Forbidden Forest. Now, for those wondering, yes, we of course have a few Muggleborn and Muggle students with us. You will please report to your head of house's office tomorrow to please choose your extra curriculum that cannot be otherwise practiced without magic. Zach, that was like a, oh, okay. You see McGonagall goes, as always, we have our wonderful faculty and staff before us who you will all get to know through your classes. Please be advised that wizard Wheezes are not allowed on the campus of Hogwarts, and any student found with them will be, as Mr. Argus Phillips points, beaten within an inch of your life.
Some students laugh. I love the first year, like, I'm sorry, are they beating us? Like,
but it's like, you don't know if it's real or not. You see McGonagall finish up.
Still kicking.
And for all of us wondering, we are letting Professor Merriweather retire from her position as Defense Against the Dark Arts to further pursue her career as an Auror.
Never going to stick around.
We are all very, though, excited to welcome our newest professor, and she points, all of you look, Professor Harry Potter. And with that, we're going to end tonight's session. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you all for participating. We'll see you next time.